Hey guys, welcome to our Sunday night game. Isto Civil War. Back with these crazy guys here. Welcome back to Jeremy. We missed him last week.
Yeah, I tried.
Unfortunately, work happens. Hope you guys are having a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. And we will kick off the game and join along with us and watch these guys shenanigans through the tunnels of the Underdark. Last session, you guys were cleaning up after your incident with the Choldrith. Seeing a lone goblin off in the shadows, you decided to investigate. Alana calling it forward, it came unsuspectingly. When asked to assist, it just smiled wickedly and proceeded to attack. Party soon found themselves in face to face with an adult Obelix, a slime creature from failed experiments of mind flayers. Um, Through some careful movement, you guys defeated it, freed yourselves, and soon found the remains of a Isto search party or patrol to include Sordrin, the only survivor. She soon joined you, um, letting you know that her party was on a mission to investigate the Orc city in the nearby regions. Traveling through the tunnels, you guys made several days of travel, finding yourselves face to face with a Tanaruk and a couple of orcs in the area, uh, questioning that they shouldn't be this far south. Uh, Easily dispatching them, you guys moved on, set up camp for the night. Soon awakened by a pair of hellhounds, which aided in waking the party up with their fiery breath. Except for Alana, who, nestled deep in her blanket fort, continued to sleep through the fight. They were soon joined by a pair of undead, or a trio of undead, which party was hard fought against. Several of you guys beating or beaten and battered. Alvarez, using some ingenuity and his homemade harpoon, led the spawn of Caius around until the party eventually defeated it. That is where we're at now. After the aftermath of the fight, you guys standing around battered and bruised. What are you doing?
So that was
I'm
eventful way.
I'm gonna look towards Sordrin and say, Sordrin, are you all right?
Uh, what happened?
That I would ask you the same thing. I mean, you're the one that was supposed to be awake. Are you wounded?
Last I know that one of those worms got in me and I couldn't get it out.
Oh, I mean, wait.
And she
Wait.
starts patting herself. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
It's. I think they got it out. It's fine. You're fine. Usually that's what V's dates say afterwards.
You know, to be fair, you're never there. So
Yes,
shut up.
but I deal with the aftermath of them banging upon our door because someone can't keep secret hideouts secret.
First of all, I'd like to state that you gave me a pair of keys, knowing who I am.
Because I got tired of opening the door for you.
Look, sometimes I like to come home at 12 in the afternoon. Sometimes I like to come home at 3 in the morning. Whisper was with me too, by the way. I'd like to state that.
Without the sneak, I'm going to heal Sordin for 9 healing.
Okay.
9 healing, 6 damage to sneak.
I'm not stabbing my hands into her and healing her. I'm just healing her.
Bitch slap, then a heal.
Yeah, that should stem your bleeding for the time being. And we'll have the discussion later. Now, what happened?
We were
Actually asked
by
that.
by a fire beast, some sort of hound.
You mean like that thing?
So fast.
As I point to the one to the north.
Yeah, there's a pair of almost canine-like creatures.
Yes.
It happened so fast.
I had quite a rude awakening from these things. We soon dispatched these creatures.
So, I remember one of you said that I was a Tanaruk before. The big thing with the horns, and now these. What are these?
Looking closer at these creatures, and also as well with the undead that was shooting out worms.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just like observe kind of like the handle, the jaw. I want to just kind of have a look at it, see if it identifies to anything that I've ever seen before or like read about.
Yeah, you know what? Give me a religion check.
This one. Slightly okay at these. Apparently really good. Nat 20.
Yeah, those are hellhounds. Basically, they're used by demons to hunt their quarry.
Well, Denmiller, these two here, they're hellhounds. These are, well, these normally hunting with demons. So,
That's perfect. That's perfect indeed.
and didn't you say that creature, that orc thing, had demon blood in it?
That wasn't me. That was who said that again?
Riley character, that was Nazana.
Yeah, Nazana.
Oh yes, yes, Nazana. You're the one who recognized it, right? As I point towards you.
She kind of lifts her head up. She's currently kind of just plopped herself down on the ground and is taking a breather. And she gives you a nod.
Okay, well so yeah, so demon blood. So the orcs are apparently creating demons, and well, I guess what's the term when you combine a demon with a person? I guess possession. Monstrosity. Yes. Are they known to do this? Is this new or is this old behavior?
Well, as I am one that quite often hunts, well, my own kind, and orcs. Gun, do I know that's quite normal that orcs...
You sure? Give me a history check.
I'd
Added advantage because they are one of your favorite enemies.
I would love to, but I'm really worried about what I'm going to find out. There you go.
Certain sects of orc clans have been known to consort with demons to strengthen some of their more powerful warriors.
Then let me ask one more question. The orcs that we were told about, are they one of these sects?
You're not sure.
Well,
the orcs in that area kind of kept to themselves for the most part.
Understood. Well, then Mallory comes over and he kicks one of the demon dogs. I mean, some orc sects have been known to partake in demons and rituals. Not really sure which ones, but it has been known to be possible.
All right. So rather dealing with an isolated element of the orc population that is now using the demons and undead and the goblins to their own goals, or we're dealing with the actual city itself and them united doing this. I'd rather
be quite problematic.
Yes, I'd rather it be the first than the second.
Well, they're also more like going up front and personal. Would they really delegate it towards any points to the one zombie with like the one that thing?
Well,
the better.
I mean, from what I've been told, they are savage. But again, just because a race is known to run up and try and beat you in the face doesn't mean there can't be particular individuals that are more well. To be honest, they could be like me, who are now leading a different way. They might chafe at the idea, but it doesn't mean. The thing is, they can change, and that's the problem. We do not know which is either way. So we should. Well,
I mistook them for being a lot more honorable when it came to combat, rather face to face.
Not at all.
Yeah.
To be fair, we should be more concerned about the secondary problem, which is he kind of looks over to Alvarez. If you said that these things are often used to hunt quarries, yes? What are the chances that we are of that quarry?
Considering that we got ambushed in the night, I think it's easier to put 2 and 2 together.
And they know we're coming because
who's hunting us?
and they know we're coming because the goblins escaped. So yes,
We have. It could be a few situations. Either we are known by the matriarchs, the bitches that they are, and they're hunting us. Maybe the orcs have some type of grudge against our company or your company. He kind of points to everyone other than the Den Mother. Maybe they just were looking for a good time. And he kind of winces over to Sordran. And for all we know, maybe it's one of the women that have slept with. He says really fast.
Have you slept with many orcs?
You know, beautiful walls we have here. He like goes over to the wall.
That noise you made. That fucking little noise. Sorry.
With that in mind, is that where everybody's placed right now?
Yes.
I'm still keeping an eye out the front. So yeah, as I'm in this conversation.
And Dazana is currently like down, kind of on her knees, just taking a breather with her back facing the entrance.
Keeping out that cavern. I don't trust it.
All right. Ferris, Nizana, Zodri,
yes,
and Alvarez, since you are watching it, I need perception checks, please.
Oh no.
I would love to.
The bird Watson on
These
the
walls
game.
are beautiful. Very smooth.
Hurt.
Not too many snaps. A little bit of blood.
Oh,
that can
no.
pop out.
Okay. Alvarez and Varys, you hear the sound of marching feet, and Alvarez, what languages do you speak?
It should just be Common, Elven, and Draconic.
Okay. You hear guttural voices. Varys, what languages do you speak?
I speak Common, Elvish. I know the sign language of the Isto, and I speak Undercommon.
Okay. You also
But
hear
I assume
guttural.
it's not the sign language.
No, you hear guttural voices as well, and it sounds like it's in the corridor outside of the little cave that you guys went into.
Everyone back.
We're
Like
not
steps
in a-
back.
We're not in a
Ready as an
situation to
arrow.
deal with this.
What do you mean back? What do you mean?
Like,
If you need back, then grab those 3. Hurry up.
I'm going to
I mean,
conjure my echo out towards them as it's going to just poke the 3 of them and put a thing into be quiet and gonna slowly start pulling them back.
Okay.
Alvarez, you're stronger. Pull them back. I have an arrow readied, just in case.
Yeah, Varys says you got an arrow readied, and with your dark vision, you actually see this. You're kind of watching, and you see a large, maybe 20, 30 orcs pass by, marching past. After a moment, the bigger group passes, and a pair standing there. One in kind of light leathers, looks like he might be a scout, and then there's a larger one that's in heavier armor, and they're conversing.
Had to go with hunting drow more than I did with orc. Had to do that. Fucking hell.
And it looks like the larger one's giving the smaller one instructions. And they talk for maybe 4 or 5 minutes, and the smaller one kind of grunts and takes off back or towards where the army is marched off. The larger one kind of looks around for a moment, sniffs the air, and shouldering his shield a little bit, follows after the main troop.
That could have been worse. And no females. It looks like I'm lucking out. I'll take a few minutes to wait to see if they pass by.
Have
And
they
I'll
not
go back
moved?
to the group.
Alvarez, why are they coming? They're standing in the freaking cave. I'll come. They pray out and be like,
I wasn't sure if we were
yeah,
moving or not, because
Yeah, like I
Zana
said,
would
I
have
echo-
pushed Zodri in front of her to get over there.
Yeah, and the echo would have dragged you guys over there. So
Quick question for the
So
DM.
then,
Mm-hmm.
What way were the orcs heading? Though I suppose Audrey didn't see.
You guys were traveling kind of northeastish. They were moving more to the southern track that you guys had just taken. So, or coming from.
Okay, and that um
If you were to describe a town the way they were heading,
yeah.
which towns would be in that way? Not necessarily a specific one, just which ones would be in that way.
They're heading back to the Crossroads.
Yeah, the Crossroads is that way, and the nearest town that you're aware
Perfect.
of is Windgold.
Perfect. That's not good. It's not good at all. So, everyone, we have quite a small bit of a problem. Maybe not a problem. Maybe we'll deal with the matriarch bitches after all. But an army of orcs. And I didn't really catch the language they speak because I decided that I was going to hunt drow more than I would hunt orcs. But
All right. Well, how many of them were going? Well, which direction were they going, and how many of them were there?
I didn't realize you wanted me to count. More than 5, less than 2,000.
I caught them as well, DM. So I saw the amount that there.
Yeah, and
Around 20.
given both your martial, especially Varys, and both you, Varys working as a scout, and Alvarez, with your martial backgrounds, it's almost instinctual to start counting for reports.
With what I looked at them and with my eyes as a knight, can I tell that this was an actual well-organized group, a platoon?
This looked like it was a well-organized war band, yeah.
We're dealing about 20 to 30 of the war band here, then, Mother.
Very.
But which direction were they heading?
Towards
Towards
Windgold, maybe?
yeah.
The
Well,
Crossroads, at least.
If they're heading that way, then they're going to meet with Captain Pearlhorn. He has a lot, more forces. But again, we're either... we have to figure out what's going on here for us to be able to fight it.
It's not only my concern they met with Captain Pearlhorn, it's my concern that was just one of these small groupings they have. If they're to form an army and they looked well calculated and marching, they have more squads, I'm assuming. And if that's true, Captain Pearlhorn could be overwhelmed.
That's not even taking into the consideration about the goblins as well. If they've joined up in an alliance, it's only the orcs.
They've got more of these things.
And that's what we've been contracted to find out. We have to go there, figure out why the goblins are doing this. I think we have the picture now. They are working for the orcs in some way. Now, that was a band of 30.
20 to 30 at least.
20 to 30 around there. If that's the
25.
case, as long as we stick to the shadows, they won't be looking for a big group. And the thing is, they're heading back the way we have to go in order to get back. So the only really way is forward for the time being until we find an offshoot and we can maybe wrap around a different way.
We have one issue though with this matter though. If these hellhounds are like normal beasts of their manner, like normal dogs, then maybe perhaps the way they've been getting us is perhaps scent. We might need to mask it.
I can do that.
How can we mask our scent?
In their own blood and flesh.
Question. In the druid craft, it says I can create a scent, the faint scent of a skunk. Could that theoretically be used to create other animalistic scents?
In a theory, yeah.
Okay, so would that apply to the scent of the zombies as well? Or is that stretching it?
That's stretching it because it's not a natural scent that you're really not used to. I mean, it's death and decay.
Really want to
But I can make
smell
everyone
like these
smell
things.
like spiders.
Sure, yeah.
Yes, DM, please tell me what spiders smell like.
I don't know.
I
like
think
web.
They smell like sadness. Okay.
Oh no.
I imagine it's kind of a musty scent.
I don't know. I don't make the habit of going in and smell spiders.
Well, that's, I mean, as DM, I expect.
Really get into the research, huh?
Because I imagine that spiders as big as the ones we've seen have definitely had a scent.
Yeah, I would say they probably have. Yeah, you. Just whatever scent you can kind of think of. Yeah, you probably emulate that. Yeah.
So Zaudri's gonna speak up and she's gonna say, Zaudri can make grapes smell like spider.
Weird one.
Well, that'll work.
I'm not sure about that. They might not second guess if they can smell their own scent come around us.
How
Are you
how
sure you want to
the-
attract a spider
Mm-hmm.
with that?
do goblins go after spiders?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they're down here.
Yeah.
So how often do things that we may be hunting try to eat spiders?
Yeah, there's larger predators that probably eat spider or consider spiders as food. Be it, or either goblins or that's one of their favorite delicacies, and but giant lizards and other equally horrible things.
That is a good plan. However, might I state that a lot of things down here eat giant spiders. In fact, I have found that me and Whisper have roasted one ourselves. Not my delicacy, but he's a weird one, so,
How many
Oh.
things eat and hunt down hellhounds then?
I don't know. That's your department.
Well, considering they're not very, natural to this place, I think it'd be better off than using spiders.
I mean, to be
Zod-
fair. Also-
Zaudri's gonna go over to the corpses of the hellhound and give
Mhm.
them a good sniff.
Yeah, they smell of like brimstone and sulfur.
Can she recreate that scent?
Give me a intelligence check.
All right, let me switch back to core because all my spells do not have my spellcasting thing set. You said just general intelligence?
Just general intelligence. It's you kind of mull it over in your mind and trying to piece it into like a natural world, and you just can't really find something that's equivalent to it.
I'd say
We could
skunks
coat
kind of
ourselves
smell like
with what?
I would say that skunks smell kind of like sulfur, but I don't think she knows what a skunk smells like. So
I haven't really met any skunks down here.
Nazana, don't you had a way as well with scent, did you not? With your all ability they did back in that little hut that we found. Do you think you may be able to recreate this? Either that or we're gonna have to cover ourselves in the flesh of this creature and its blood.
That's
She kind of scrunches up her
What's that?
face when you say that and says, I can only do it maybe to 3 people.
Then do it to the three that do not wish to be covered in it then.
But
Zaudri's already in the
Just rolling around in it, yeah.
yeah.
Right here.
That
Right
could-
here.
hey, you know what?
but here's a thought. If they have 2, what makes you think that they don't have more and won't track that scent, wondering why there's some
We're-
that they don't know?
We're going on in a circle here. Let's not do the hellhound scent. Tell me, V, do you remember? Did you remember those mushrooms that smelled like? What was it? They smelled like putrid. I can't remember.
I
I
mean,
can make
to
you
be
smell
fair,
like
I
the cave.
can't really. To be fair, I can't really tell you if it was the mushrooms or if it was Beetle's cooking. But yes, I remember.
Well, it's. I look at Zari.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Sent your guys'
Adorable.
selves. Well, you, Alvarez, and him. I have my own tricks I can play if they discover us. Just
And
smell
it
like.
looks like Zadri's going with Hellhound.
Well, it's at least it smell like a zombie
Actually,
movie, but yes.
that may actually assist us. If they're not they may be looking for, as you said, multiple of them, but they will not be looking for one possibly. If they sense one or two, that may actually assist us in hiding. If they smell more than two, that may not.
Well, again, we're running on circles. Cast your spell, Nazana, and let's move. We've given the group enough time to move off, but I don't want to get caught by a second patrol.
I will stick to my own smell, please.
Nazana will look towards V. I can make you smell like this cave.
You know what? That will be perfect. Yes, thank you.
And so for her, Alvarez and V, she will use prestidigitation to make them smell like the cave when we first got in here.
And DM, I will pop one of my healing surges, my D6 on my sorcerer hit die.
Sure.
To gain some HP. All right. Well then, same rule as before. Let's move. I can actually see you for the time being.
I will do the same with my
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do the same because this is not good if we.
Hey, that's almost my exact HP in one roll. As he kind of listens up, I'm just wincing a little bit. We may need to find another place for the night. Not any of us looking condition, so.
Let's find a safer place
I will
first.
as well. I'll pop mine too, because I believe it was 13 HP I was at. Perfect.
Nice.
Very nice.
Perfect. Yeah, when I did the whole level thing, where we haven't leveled up yet, so.
Sure, God. Yeah, sure, Zaldri. Now Zaldri's rolling around in the dirt, which the dirt is now stuck to the blood and guts of the. Wow.
Do you think this is why she does not live with the rest of our people? I say to the dead mother.
I believe so.
That would make sense. It would make sense. Here's my stuff.
Right. So as you guys are moving on the northerly track again, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay, who's
I
leading?
will lead if you're fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Unless anyone else would like to.
I'll bring up the rear.
And DM every hour, I will refresh the spell.
Okay.
for the three of us.
I'll be behind V. Keep an eye out with him.
Okay.
I'd probably be behind Alvarez then to make sure I'm close enough to refresh it when need be.
Watch out for cliffs. Watch out for cliffs. Watch out for cliffs.
Please don't do that to me again.
who's behind V?
Me. Alvarez is fine.
As Varys stealthily moves out, he trips over 4 or 5 like sizable rocks that are in the pathway instead of going around them.
It's fine. At least it's not a cliff. Someone keeps putting these things in my way.
I'm almost proud of you.
Thank you. I am for what? Exactly.
For at least deciding to tremble on just rocks and not cliffs this time.
Well, everybody needs improvement.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Also, I'm marking them for you all. So, you don't trip over them. It's really generous of me. I understand. You no need to.
What a kind messiah you are.
Honestly.
Oh.
I love their relationship so much.
Yeah.
Great.
Dripping sarcasm.
Oh, yeah, they've got a great relationship. So the first 4 hours is of winding through the tunnels. You don't hear any more movement from orcs. You don't hear them from the front. You don't hear them from the rear. But it's fairly straight and narrow. It narrows down to about 5 foot wide, where you kind of have to, instead of going 2 abreast, you have to go 1 abreast now. But eventually it opens into about a 15 foot wide tunnel that cuts further back to the east.
How high?
So your dark vision's
Is
what?
it just 15 radius?
Yeah.
120.
Yeah, you can. The ceiling goes beyond your dark vision.
Ooh, I can't whistle, so
There you go.
that's quite a big opening. Really worried about what made it.
Earthquake.
Varys, as you're kind of moving a little bit along, it opens into a circular chamber that has a darkened pit in the center of it.
Spit down it.
Sure. You kind of listen for the sound of your spit to hit the bottom. You don't hear it, but you do hear some clacking.
Oh, it's not happy I spit in it.
Not clapping.
Nobody spit down
clacking,
this hole.
like the sounds of mandibles clacking.
Of course. Nobody spit down this hole.
What did you do?
I spit down the hole.
But
I have one health, and you piss something off that has mandibles.
fortunately, nothing decides to come investigate where the spit came from.
It's quite crazy.
So, but you do find the exit to the chamber. It's a little further into the northern end of the room, and you guys make your way through there. Go ahead. You start your second.
Sure.
Are you going to pause for lunch and stuff like that?
Lunch? Come on.
Not by the pit that's making that odd noise. Let's move a little bit off, please.
Okay. So you do go ahead and make your second rolls, which you did, which are far better. Okay. As you get into about the fifth, sixth hour of it, you notice kind of branching off to your right, there's a small chamber. Go ahead and give me perception as you get close to it.
We lost him. He's frozen. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He like froze on my end. I was like, either DC'd or something happened.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, we lost him.
We lost him.
Uh-oh.
Technical.
Apologies. Technical difficulties. He's lost a player.
I realized we didn't introduce ourselves this
No.
session, did we?
Well, we'll do that while we're waiting on Jeremy to come back.
Wait, do we need to do that every
no,
session?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay, I was thinking. I was like,
No, I'm kidding.
DM, I'm gonna give you a heads up. Weather
Yeah.
here is starting to be very interesting if you guys can hear it.
Yeah, no
so-
problem.
If you lose me, I probably lost power.
And we've
Sorry,
got
internet went out.
it's all right. We've got Jeremy back.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. I'm not sure if you heard what I said before. As you move into the fourth or fifth hour of your travel, you get near a cavern that branches off to your right. If you'd like, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Sure. I would love to. Do.
All right.
Like staring at a wall.
And did we lose Tori now?
Nope, I'm still here.
Okay.
Although it looks like the
We lost Rogues.
Nope. I'm still here. I'm just grabbing my drink.
Okay.
It is quite dark down there. Yeah, very dark.
All right. Alvarez, you can give me a perception as well since you're kind of right behind him.
I would absolutely love to.
I'm telling you, you won't see anything. It's super dark. Very, very dark.
All right.
15.
15. Yeah, I know. No, not as well. Because somebody left the cameras and screwed it up. Paris, you hear the sound of like, and then running footsteps.
Everyone, there may be a monkey down this hallway. Be careful.
what is a monkey? And instead of
I'm
talking
not
about
sure.
it, instead of talking about it, figure out what it was. It could be a scout.
With what I heard, did it sound similar to the squealing of certain things that we've encountered before? Perhaps green and annoying, and they like to make traps. Filthy little goblins.
Maybe.
Pulls out an arrow and starts walking down it. Figure it out, she says. God, she's always up, man. She didn't pay me enough for this. Also,
I just looked at him. Be careful. Keep an eye out for traps and stuff. There may have been a goblin.
So
You know,
Beresford,
sometimes I'm
or-
starting to. Sometimes I'm starting to think you're the only one that cares about me, and that kind of concerns me. he's gonna continue onward.
He just blinks and is like,
So are you actually entering the cavern, or are you going to go past the
Yeah,
cavern?
I'm entering the cavern.
All right.
Back to you, buddy. Big guy.
Let me look at something real quick.
So, what kind of mouth am I entering?
It's about
What
a
color tongue do I see?
It's about a 5-foot entrance here. Out from behind the rock steps a creature that's maybe about 4 foot tall, and it's wearing slapdashed. You're guessing metal armor, and has a large cooking kettle on its head that's been cut out for a snout to protrude, and it's holding a basically a trash can lid and a sword, and it's gibbering at you.
As it's gibbering to me, and I look back, can I see any of them? How far are they? If I can.
The party,
Yeah, can I see any of them?
you kind of see them peeking around the corner there at you.
How far would you say they are?
They're probably 20, 25 feet away from you.
And this creature that I see with a, let's just say, very, very protective armor. I'm kind of worried at this rate with how protective it is. Does he look like Zodri at all?
A little bit. The snout is very resemblance to Audrey.
I'm going to look to Zodri. I'm going to point, and I'm going to cast message. And I'm going to say, Zodri, I think I found one of your people up here. He's wearing trash can stuff.
Zodri will not respond, but she will stealth forward.
Okay, fine. If you're not gonna respond, I look to Alvarez. Since you seem to be the only one that is wary of me, I think I found a trash can person.
Audrey,
Looks like
as you stealth forward, kind of keep into the shadows, you see this as well, and you kind of up in amongst some rocks, you catch the glimpse of possibly a crossbow bolt, and the small, and you catch it, and it's using your native language. You don't go in the feather, you'll get the boom boom.
Does
should
it
probably
look
step
like
close.
someone from my tribe?
Yeah, actually, it does. It looks like, he's probably the more prominent warrior of your tribe, Dizor.
you probably step
Dizor
forward
or
at this rate.
Nizor?
Dizor.
Ah. Then Zodri will bark back in the Dracon. Don't you dare shoot, you fool!
Oh, I didn't really. What is with all this hissing?
Zodri will step out of the shadows. Yeah, she steps out of the showers that appeared out of nowhere. She
Where we
steps out of the
getting-
shadows.
Dizor kind of looks forward, and you can see him kind of squinting, and then he kind of starts doing this. Varys, you see this, and you're not sure what to make of it, but Zodri, this is your people. He's doing the equivalency of a happy dance.
Aww.
I don't understand. Do you want to sleep with me? Because I don't exactly know if you're. I mean, I'm kind of into.
And then
Look at my
he
character to this.
he turns around behind him to where you kind of see it looks up to where you see the cross the bullet. Depot! Come out, Zodri here.
Wait a minute.
You know the name is Depot as one of your children. Depot has shown prolific skill as being a bard.
I named all of the kids.
Okay, I can't remember all of your kids' names, so I made one up.
Okay, I'll just change one of them. One of the older males
Can't
to.
remember all 35.
Oh,
Yeah, DM can't be bothered to go look at the names. Okay.
You also can't be bothered to find out what a spider tastes like.
as soon as she hears Depot, Zod is gonna rush up to them and be like, and she's gonna say in Draconic, "Come here, my boy, come here."
Yeah, and
V gets a little defensive at this rate, just ready for like the worst possible situation because he has no idea what's going on here. Just,
We're all gonna murder you now. Take your stuff.
yeah.
then mother.
Varys, you see this kind of a little gold kind of colored kobold. Basically, starts to slide down off the shelf, and the slide turns into a tumble where he's basically ass over or nose, and eventually hits the ground.
They want to sleep with Zodri. That's understandable. I get it. He feels a little bit, he like kicks the dirt at that thought. Just,
Zodri,
gets a little attracted.
Zodri takes him and just pulls him to a big, tight hug, as big as her 2'3" self can.
And he hugs and he kind of, oh, your mama, you smell.
Zodri says, "Oh, that fire hound."
Oh, stink. Oh, where's the goblin?
I think it's okay to come out, guys. They haven't murdered me or Zodri yet.
What do you require of me? Why is there more?
Varys and Zodri.
I don't know.
Zodri, as your kind of center, you see 4 or 5 more little kobold heads pop up from around the rocks.
Are they all?
It's various members of your tribe.
Okay. That's where they're all my kids.
I'll kind of peer around the corner and be like, "Oh, so many." Varys, did you check for traps?
How do you know my name? No, I did not look for traps.
Alvarez, as you and Azana come in, you see Zodri kind of hugging onto another kobold, and you see basically the trash can warrior.
As a knight, I give a very long, hard look to that one.
And he kind of gives you a look back.
Has he got that soldier glare in his eyes?
Like he's watching. I see you, big man.
Are you two going
I just say in Draconic, and I see you too as well, warrior.
He claps his the banging of the slapdash metal pieces that are on him. I'm Tizar, great warrior.
Ignis, Alvarez.
I think he wants to fight you, Alvarez. I'm betting on you. I tap him on the shoulder, just like a quick. Betting on you.
We haven't got the time for such things.
We don't.
Yeah, but I know.
And also, what is your tribe doing here, Zodri? I thought you left your tribe.
I thought you got kicked out of her tribe. His tribe?
I don't know,
Its
really.
tribe.
I never told you why she left.
No, all I know is that you left your tribe to adventure. That's all I kind of know.
But she just kind of ignores all of you and starts dragging her, dragging Depot over to Nizana. And she just very proudly presents him to her and says, "This is my son. This Depot."
Alvarez, watch out.
Yeah, Depot kind of sees some of the scales on you. Nizana, his jaw opens. Oh.
Yeah, with the fact that it's just been them traveling, she's not as hidden in her cloak as she would be around other people.
Oh, she dragon lady.
Yes, very strong.
Nirvana looks uncomfortable.
And he kind of starts petting your leg. Oh, pretty. Oh.
Is she giving that creature to Nizana?
She
Kind of
Trophy?
leaning back a little bit from and the pet her leg away.
I'm just
Audrey-
like standing behind, just seeing it getting a little bit too touchy right now.
Audrey kind of smacks Depot's hand, says, "No touch.
Oh,
No touch without permission."
that's right, Mama.
Please refrain from touching
I don't
Nirvana.
understand this situation.
Neither do I, V. Neither do I.
Audrey, from behind you, you kind of hear like a kind of a shuffle and the clack of like wood on the stone. As you look, there's a rather, for a kobold, an aged kobold. Oh, Audrey, we're glad to find you.
You look for Audrey?
Yeah, and you notice this is one of the elders of the tribe. It's been a very long road. The tribe, this is all that's left, unfortunately.
What happened?
And Depot,
She's trying to speak in
yeah.
common so the
Depot
others
goes,
can understand
"Oh.
somewhat.
Large winged lady come. And she take Meeple and Dorzak, and they go, and they convince the rest of the tribe to go across the burning sand.
Yeah, good.
She have black cloth men with her.
The burning sands, what is that?
That's what your people call the desert.
Is that so that's on the surface?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the two that he mentioned, one had proficiency. You know they have martial proficiency, but he never used weapons. He used basically his hands and feet. Basically
Oh,
a monk. The other had shown prominence in arcane arts, but of a sorcerer bend to it. And they were pretty well renowned throughout the tribe. Much as you were a shaman, they were kind of leaders in their own aspects.
Okay, hold on a second. So Black Dragon Wing Lady
No,
convinced the rest
no, she's in Depots. She kind of smell like you do now.
smell like what?
Smell like you do now. Ooh. Stinky.
Ooh, so she basically smelled like hellhound?
It's ooh, smell like rotten egg.
Alright, because I'm trying to take down notes here.
Nizano will speak up at that. She smelled like sulfur in Draconic.
And he kind of that rotten egg.
Nizano will kind of nod because they do smell kind of similar.
I'll translate as well for Lana and V as well for the conversation.
I thought we were about to fight them.
What have been?
This makes much more sense.
The trash can war. the dragon shield is what they're known as. Kobold dragon shields.
TCW.
Yeah. He just kind of glares at you, Varys, like, I'll take you on.
Yeah, I
I'm
could drill for
sorry.
his kneecaps.
I'm sorry, I do not speak your wondrous language. If you would like to, you can send all questions to my big friend here. If you would like, I don't really have any berries or anything to really get. And he like looks around. Is there like a mushroom nearby or something?
Yeah, there's some mushrooms.
I
He like
just
picks
turn
off a
and
mushroom and just like hands it to him. Just I guess.
I do believe that this kobold wants to kick your ass.
Well, I mean, it's either he wants to sleep with my ass or kick my ass.
I don't know. Why didn't
think
you
I can
find
take
out
him.
after the fight?
I think I can take him.
And then in his head is like, which way? It's just like it's.
So, what's the kobolds that are here? They didn't cross the burning sands?
Oh, wait. And the older kobold, we didn't trust the lady. She's... Something was off about her. And she looks at the Dragonite. And he kind of... She said her name was Lorith. Or... Lorna? No. And Depot goes, Larithra!
DM,
Okay,
have
can I
I
get the spelling for
heard
that?
that name?
You have not ever heard that name.
Does that name
Have
ring a
I?
bell at all?
No.
Out of
Okay.
character, I know that name.
No.
I look towards like the and like, does that name ring a bell at all? Do you?
No, it does not. I've never heard about.
I
Never heard it.
mean, no, not really. And if I had slept with her, I never would have got her name. So,
You are a fountain of wisdom, V.
What was
Well, I
the spelling
try.
of the name? The spelling of the name.
Of the woman's name?
Yeah.
Lorithra.
Okay. So she does ask, Bin cross too?
Yes, they go with.
What is across the burning sands? Does Audrey know?
Hey, you just know that it's a large desert that are past the Zimbigal Crags. I said they go to Land of Fire. But they convinced them to take, to meet and Depot kind of, he scrunches up his face like he's thinking really hard. Scarlet Queen. Yes, that's it.
Where's the Land of Fire to meet the Scarlet Queen?
Um,
Am I getting that right?
yeah. Scarlet Queen is supposed to be big red dragon.
Does Audrey see why they follow?
Yes, but mommy,
But very foolish still.
yes, but people not like the smell of woman. Try to convince others not to go, but they beat up Depot.
Hearing that, she starts like looking him over.
Yeah, he looks like he's probably a little battered and bruised.
She gives him a little bunk on the head and she goes, "She'll fight better."
But mama. And
It's a light bonk, by the way, not to
Yeah.
actually hurt him.
Dorzak goes, People fight well, just too many.
She just kind of shakes her head and she crosses her arms and sort of just sits there tapping her foot for a few moments. And she looks to Alana and says, "You must find this Larithra that lured my clan away."
No, we do not need to find this woman. Your clan fell for her lies or trickery or whatever they do, and they're also. DM, do I know who the Scarlet Queen is?
Nope, never heard that name either.
Do I know what a red dragon is?
Yes, you know what a red dragon is.
And I know their tendency is to burn and pillage and destroy.
Yeah.
I'll kind of look up like, no, we do not need to find this woman. And if they're going to go serve a red dragon, they tend to burn before they ask questions. And I'm not willing to fight a red dragon. My job is here. If you are willing, if you want to go, that's fine. But again, your clan is willingly following this woman. I see no problem with this. If things end up bad for them, well, then they made a bad choice. That's not my business of what your tribe does.
Zadri's children make foolish mistake. Let's teach them lesson. Not have to fight Scarlet Queen.
Well, if you were there to actually teach them lessons, they might have not had made that choice.
V walks a little bit away from this statement, hearing that he is not getting in the middle of this.
Just have my arms behind my back. I'm
Look,
like,
I'm
Yep.
stupid, but I'm not that stupid. Says he
This
back.
is one who go back to sleep after thunder.
I was tired, and that's beside the point. You think I'm just telling you that your children are they fully grown or are they still young?
They're young. Oldest with Bin.
But yet they're going off to serve dragons. They must be old enough to make their own choice, right? Or fight? Like your other son here?
They are.
All right. So, and you want me to drop everything that I'm doing here and go to the surface and follow your clan God knows where for what reason? What's in it for me? And at the end of this, we're facing off against a red dragon. I'm sorry, I'm gonna like throw a dagger and my crossbow. I don't have a dragon killing weapon. I don't even know how to kill a dragon. I just know that they burn fire and kill things.
Zodri said not have to fight. Just find clan and talk.
Well, what about this, dead mother? You said that we would have to go to the surface at some point. Soon.
That's our goal, yes, to go to the surface. But again, we're going after
But-
the Monster Hunter Company. We're not going after a tribe of kobolds.
Would making inquiries be so inconvenient?
Depends where we are. We can make inquiries. But again, I have a job to do. And my job is to win this war. I can't spend months on the surface trying to find a kobold band wherever they went. Because they said they crossed the Fire Sea. How large is this desert? Desert, yeah, that's the word. How large is this desert? Is it
I don't-
months, weeks?
would I know how large the desert is being
From-
stationed
From the
around that
Dominion?
area?
Yeah. It can take a good month or more to cross.
Could take a month, even more than that, then mother to cross.
Yes,
We're
so...
stationed around that area.
And how long ago did the tribe, bring up its roots and go follow this woman?
Zodri looks to Depot and repeats the question in Draconic.
And he starts. And he takes off his boots and starts counting on his toes. It 40 days.
40 or 14?
40, he said, V. 40. Well, that means we are 40 days behind them. That means they've crossed the desert. So whatever information we will get about them will be pointing us across the desert. And again, I'm not going there. We have a war to win here. And leaving them for 2 months with no support, they may succeed or they may not. But again, I'm obliged to finish this.
If we were to encounter this dragon, or even if we did go across the desert, there are other predators regardless of that creature there. And what happens then if we do encounter said dragon? In a combat situation, we'd perish immediately. There's no hesitation in asking that, and I don't think diplomacy will work unless you would rather try to curry favor with the beast.
I will not grovel before a dragon. But
Found this.
if you wish to go, all the power to you. I will release you from your contract. You will not get paid for anything that you do, and you are free to leave if you want to go find your family. But we have a job to do here.
With all due respect, Zodri, what your children have done, this is a very foolish act, and this may be very costly, but if you do go on this trial, you will perish. Do not take dragons lightly.
Fair. if we are to do something that involves them, then we will be able to on our travels. If we're not meant to, we won't. But to be fair, I don't exactly wish to fight a dragon. And as much as you state we should just talk to your group, the group is not what I'm worried about. I don't exactly see us convincing a dragon not to take its followers from him. Or her. I'm not to judge.
So if they even cross the desert safely without coming into the predators before then. Or bandits.
But
Anything that lurk in those deserts.
I go where I'm being paid. If you can pay me, sure, I'll help. But right now, I follow who pays. And he like smiles to the dead mother.
Dodgy makes a few growling and snarling sounds that it's not draconic, it's just
The sound
Angry
of
noises.
displeasure, yeah.
yeah. It says fine. Then at least help find a safer place for clan to settle.
Uh,
With the less
is-
of it.
I'll kind of look and be, you know, we're in the middle of orc-infested territory, right? That's gonna be a long time, and
Oh no, hold on, dead mother. If we're
Yes.
expecting to set up a base for an army, it may be beneficial to bring them with us. Not only will they listen to Zodri, but at the same time, they are adequate at moving around the tunnels, knowing secrets. I mean, just basics. I mean, they're small creatures. They may be able to get where we cannot, and if we can supply them with a force, not only will we have at least some allies or some things, but we may be able to use them as intel or supply moving.
Do you think we could get them back to Pearlhorn?
Can I supply all these kobolds though?
yes, I mean, I don't really have the food stocks to. Well, I might. If they don't eat as much, maybe.
Give them are there? Yeah. How many of the clan are there?
There's, counting Depot and the Dragon Shield, there's probably 6 or 7.
6 or 7.
Yeah.
Zodri will take responsibility for feeding. Zodri make berries. Keep them fed.
And we
Men know how to hunt.
the Dragon Shield, he kind of, and we have these, and he pulls out like several battered lizards.
How big are they?
they're just freaking about a good maybe a
The
foot.
regular lizards?
Yeah, they're regular lizards.
That's right.
They look like they've been beat with a fucking great club.
Well,
I love them. I love them so much. Oh, the chihuahuas of D&D.
Because very much assist us. I mean,
Yes.
any assistance is assistance.
well, we do have plans for Selkirk, but first we need to get to the, Crimson Company after this job. But we can deposit with Pearlhorn on the return. The question is, are they coming with us or not? Because I'm gonna look around for like behind the cavern and be like, it is unsafe here. And back the way we came, there's orcs.
The Dragon Shield stepped forward. We can stay here. We've defended this far. And he takes off his boots. Or 2 hands and 2 feet.
How
That's
many?
a lot of days.
Question: kobolds have like dragon feet. So that's like 6 days, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking it's like 3 fingers, 3 toes on each, so it's like
The
maybe
fact
12.
The fact that Depot could count up to 40, that's just so
He was just recounting his toes.
Yeah.
it's actually kind of impressive to me now.
I'll like, all right, that's perfect. Well then, with our tentative arrangement, then we need a place to rest for the evening. We'll rest here with you. You will come with us on the return after we're done our job here, and you will be deposited with Pearlhorn. And you can assist us in what we need of you. Does that sound agreeable?
Zodri whispers, "Just agree. She's not very strong. Very pathetic."
Is that in common or draconic?
Draconic.
Do I hear that?
Zana snorts
Depot kind
and
of
tries to keep it a laugh.
he kind of turns his eye towards Alana. See that?
DM.
I just go to Zodri as I just say in Draconic. I'd ask you mind your tone.
Alvarez, you get a poke in the butt. The dragon.
I think
You watch your tone!
they find you pretty, mother.
I turn and I snarl at him. I say, "You do not touch me, kobold."
He pokes you again. What you gonna do, big man?
I'm gonna
not
grab
recognize
that.
that
I'm gonna
with
grab
kobolds.
that spear and I'm gonna snap it with my fucking hands.
Just grabbing.
We don't need to fight. Well, you don't need to smash them. And what did you say to your son, Zodri?
Why don't you just say you very respectful?
That's the snapping the spear.
You mean the arrow? You mean the arrow he's holding?
He looks down at the spurs, you threw it down, and picks up the broken off. Not even the one that's got the head on it, just picks up the other end and pokes you with that.
I'm inciting you, but it is a 10. Keep that in mind.
Now imagine what I can do with
Yeah.
an actual weapon and not my hand.
You're not scare me.
And we're making good friends here. He doesn't understand any of these languages, so he just thinks it's going well.
So you don't fear them.
But you give Lady Zodri respect, she and Shaman.
I will give her respect when she gives everyone in our group respect as well. I'm saying this all in Draconic as well. Whilst Demilla lacks in strength, she has saved our lives numerous times, so I'd also ask that you treat her equivalently.
Oh, she does grayskin.
Ooh. Well, we're killing these kobolds, huh?
If you understood what they were saying. You might.
I know, right?
I'd like to remind you that these so-called greyskins will be the ones that'll be taking you in, feeding you, making sure that you don't live in a shithole like this.
Yes, and they will benefit from our martial prowess.
Nazana's gonna speak up, and I think she's been able to put some of this together. She's gonna look at this one and say, "Well, I have gray skin as well in Draconic."
Yes, but you dragon lady. You exception too.
She just kind of sighs and
I just looked at Nazana. Oh, look at that. You made more friends.
she
I
just
feel-
kind of looks up at you like kind of an uncomfortable look because she's not
You-
very.
Well, here's kind of to give you guys an idea of how these kobolds are looking into Nizar now. You guys have seen Return of the Jedi and how the Ewoks look at C-3PO? Yeah, pretty much.
Mhm.
Oh no. They're going to capture us and keep her.
See, now I'm not sure that Nazana is noticing that because she's focused on the one with Alvarez right now, and let's not start a fight.
We've become quite popular, and we.
I guess. I mean, I don't have no idea what the hell they're having a full conversation
Well, I
with us
don't know.
standing here.
They're hissing at each other. Are we even sure
Yes.
they're talking? They're all we know they're hissing.
I mean, you communicate through like verbal motions and that dead tongue, so I presume that's language too.
I mean, I don't really understand what you're talking about, but I guess.
It's something. Anyways, do we have an arrangement, little kobolds?
I don't know.
And they kind of start chattering at each other. And Zodra, you're like, you can tell that they're discussing it. And then all, as a group consists, they go, mm-hmm.
I love him
Ever.
so much.
Yes, we
Ever.
guard here, and then we go with grayskins.
Good. All right. And grayskins? We're called Isto.
Who's toe?
Is toe.
Yes, but
Like
who?
kobold, but is and toe.
I mean, to be fair, I'm called V.
DM, is there a translation for Isto in Draconic?
Yeah, it's Oh, okay.
Yeah, she'll say the translation form in Draconic.
I thought she was talking about a feat.
He will repeat that back to Alana. He thought you were talking about someone's feet.
That's
I can
fair.
see. Yeah, that's actually fair. I can't get mad at that. There is toe in the name. That's it. Anyhow,
Enough
unless
talk.
it's
Alro's expression right now is just shaking his head from that.
well, yes, Audrey, we're not talking about. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. I think we're all tired. And your little your family, clan, yes, that word. It can guard and show us their prowess, so we can discuss that with Captain Pearlhorn.
Zodri puffs her chest and says, "Clan strong."
Oh.
Stares at the broken spear that I just did with my bare hand, and then gets ready for this.
I'll kind of look at Zodri and be like, very strong, but not very wise.
Zodri takes out her dagger, stares at you for 2 seconds before handing the knife to the dragon shield.
Dragon shield.
She says, "Use this. Much sturdier."
No, Asri, we have this, and he pulls out. It's actually a pretty nice, well, equivalently to a longsword for a kobold, but it's a short sword.
Why are you waving this about then? Points to the. It was an arrow, right? Basically.
Well, I mean, distance.
It's not scared no one, no.
Oh, but no kobold term. Wouldn't touch it with a 2-foot pole.
Well, Zodri's
DM.
very tired. Zodri has to rest now.
After a while, Swordman is kind of sitting there watching all this the whole time. And she kind of, as you guys start get bed down, she goes, "I have another solution that might be in your favor on both sides."
And what is that?
Well, there's 8 of them. What if I lead them back to the cavern? I need to report to Pearlhorn as well.
Actually, that would be perfect. You are in harm's way. We can't let you die now.
No, and I mean, really, what kind of trouble could they possibly get into?
I'm going to
Zodri
raise.
laughs hearing that.
I'm gonna raise my eyebrow and be like, "Have you? You know what? They get into a lot of trouble. Actually, we've been around Zodi for a few days now. She gets into things. They're gonna get into things."
Oh. The trip back should not be less than interesting then.
So your wounds
Yes.
are fully recovered after the combat.
Is it agreed then that I take them back to Pearlhorn?
It's their choice, really. They're not really under my employ, and they're free people.
Is Zodri listening to this?
Yeah.
Audrey,
Dodri, what do you think?
Basically relay back to them what's going on.
They kind of look at Swordman and kind of mull it over. Yeah, she don't seem too bad. She not talky like the rest of them.
I'm just gonna look with such disdain when he says that. Just such disdain.
And here's this pack of kobolds just yipping at each other.
Yeah. The one that said it kind of just looks at you, Alana, and sticks his tongue out.
I will cut that out and feed it to you.
And then he just kind of all bust out laughing. Just kind of yipping, laughing. Gee, funny.
Yes, she's very funny.
Okay.
Made quite the friends.
Audrey, you get the rest and we watch.
Yeah, she sets her bedroll up next to Nizana.
And you see Hippo, he kind of moves around the perimeter, running a silver thread about. He's basically alarming the cavern.
Zodri watches in pride. Points to Depot. Is that my son? Good at magic. I don't know what her voice is right now.
If you say so.
He's casting magic.
If anyone walk into that wire, it wake us up. Oh, wait, does she know how the spell works?
You give me Arcana.
I was gonna say, does it look like he's pulling out components and stuff?
Yeah, he's running a silver wire around the kind of the entrance to the cavern.
Does this remind me of any spell I've ever seen before? Like,
Possibly. Give me Arcana as well. No. What?
No, Gorbals pissed me off.
Yes, Audrey, you know exactly what he's doing. He's done it many times on your little camp out excursions with family.
Yeah, so does that just alert him, or does that...
He sets it. You know that he can set that to where it alert him, or it can alert the whole room.
So yeah, she says, if anyone touches that wire, we all wake up.
Sana kind of cock her head. That's an interesting spell.
Nods enthusiastically.
I've been quite
Settles
useful.
down.
And he kind of he scrambles back into his hiding nook after he's done, and you hear him kind of cocking his crossbow. And Zodra, you've seen him do this. He sets out several flasks in front of him. They're basically alchemist fire.
Oh, I love my little boy.
He's only 4 years old and making drugs.
But I still love him.
Okay, so the night goes on. The kobolds take shifts, watching as you guys get a full sleep, and at the end of the night, the smell of something cooking wafts throughout the cave.
Problematic.
So we do have a full rest?
Yes, you do have a full rest, so go ahead and take your full rests.
Hooray. I have HP again.
Perfect.
Yes.
As you wake, you see one of the other kobolds that you really didn't catch her name, but he appears to be on the broken part of the spear that Alvarez had tossed aside as you made it into a spit, and has several of the smashed lizards kind of impaled on it.
Wait, I have to prepare my spells. Hold on.
I just look at the spit and I was like, oh, ingenuity.
Interference. Let's go with that.
So I stop you from doing the right thing. All right, that's all right. I'm gonna start bringing out a
You
ration.
pay me to smuggle goods. No, I'm not blaming you
No,
for the good things or bad things I do.
you found me. I did not find you.
And you pay me, though. You don't stop me or discourage me.
I'm just gonna wake up Nizana and I'm just gonna read a book while I argue like a fucking old married couple.
These logic. You pay
wakes
me,
up.
so it's your fault.
Seeing that, she flops back down, pulls the blanket over her head, and tries to go back to sleep.
I just passed the book here. Drown out the noise, maybe. I just passed the book.
With the offer of the book, she will get up.
That's. You know what? let's not bygones be bygones. I'm bringing a ration. I'm not eating the kobold food. That just smells rank.
Ah, no way.
And
Hell
I'll,
no. I'm pulling out a ration. I'm pulling out 2 rations at this rate.
And DM, I'm going to immaculately count and catalog everything that I own.
Okay.
I'll take a ration off because I'm eating my own.
I cast Goodberry and I give 6 to the other kobolds.
Okay.
I keep 1 for myself. So then I give the last 3 to Nizana, Varys, and Alvarez.
Tell me this tastes better than what they cook. I'll feed the good berry to my pet mouse. I will eat a ration.
Yeah.
But I'll do it like secretly so she doesn't see it. So what do you want, stealth or sleight of hand?
I'm not paying attention, so.
Oh, perfect. So stealth with advantage.
Unless you're gonna break mine off in half, unless you just give it half of it to Alana.
It's not that I don't want her to see it. I'm worried her cult of murderous kobolds will see it.
Her cult.
Yeah, they're happily eating the
It's cool.
charred lizard and boot.
I imagine
Perfect.
someone tries to offer one of the lizards to Nizana.
And
Eat your cousin.
And Azana is you kind of get this whiff while you're trying to sleep. You're like, what the? A rather pungent, charred, fleshy smell.
Okay, I'm imagining she probably had some pretty interesting things growing up with just her and her dad. So charred lizard is probably not far from something she's eaten before.
Probably not. No.
Charred scarab.
I thought you were gonna say charred boot for a second.
I don't think her dad was that bad at cooking when she was little.
Know, pay's been low this week. You know what time it is? Time for a boot.
I want to prepare Earth Tremor, but I'm terrified what that will do underground.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing underground.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. You know, just collapse a tunnel on top of you. That's okay.
I'm not thinking about her.
Well, and DM, I have everything, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they didn't steal any of your stuff, so.
All right. I'll put everything away. But like, I'll get up. I'll put my blanket foot away. And I'll be like, now that we're rested, let's continue on our course. And Sordrin, I wish you luck. Do not get any danger. You should not. Remember, you are useful in more ways than just combat.
He's kind of his size, and I can't replicate Katie's size, but
yeah, it's kind of a one of a kind.
Children, do you have supplies to get yourself back over there with the kobolds?
I've got several days' rations, and we can always hunt if necessary. And she kind of looks at Audrey. I trust your people know apparently they know how to hunt.
Of course.
I'm just gonna slide a day's ration to her, so you don't have to eat the lizard. It's just like I just give that to her.
Well, I mean, I have eaten worse. It's
Yeah, Nizana looks at you and says, "What's wrong with lizard?"
she's completely chowing down on it.
I just look.
Was I given a lizard?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, she probably would be eating the lizard.
you were given like
cannibalism?
probably the largest lizard and a good chunk of the boot.
The boot she would not eat, and if the lizard was not appetizing, she'd use prestidigitation to flavor it otherwise.
It's rather bland. It's got that overly charred taste to it. Like maybe they dropped it in the fire a couple of times.
But yeah, what's wrong with
Yeah,
lizard?
her dad probably did that when she was little too. That's why she usually
There's
cooks.
nothing wrong.
with it. I just have a preference, and I don't think there's any spices on this thing.
She kind of shrugs her shoulders. Sometimes you can't be picky.
Yes.
And she takes another bite of the lizard.
Nazana, I've had to eat rats to survive. I know that.
No, those aren't bad either.
It's the method of how you cook them, though.
Okay.
This thing looks half raw.
The little kobold that's
Is-
been
is
cooking
this
it, he
a
seems
kobold?
happy to see that you're eating the lizard.
Is this in common, by the way, you guys are saying that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I look over to Din Mother, I say, I hate to say this, but we may be the most cultured out of this group.
I look like, I think it's more like I'm more cultured and you're just kind of rubbing off.
I went to college, okay? First of all.
I
Yeah.
went to college.
A cardboard box in the back alley with a homeless man in it is not a college. He might be wise
First
in
of
your
all-
eyes,
first
but he's
of
not a
all-
college.
First of all, we will not speak about my uncle. Second of all, I went to an actual college.
Which college? I know the ones in Wingool.
The Bard College, and I didn't say it was in Wingool.
Oh, then which Bard College then?
You know the
The
other one.
body one.
The one where you play music. And that's every single
Yes.
one.
The one where they teach you how to be a bard. You know, make
Isn't-
money, speak words, sleep
Don't you
with
just-
women. They didn't prefer that one.
I mean, they usually your family teaches you how to speak words. And so why have I never heard you play an instrument before?
Because I'm sorry, I don't have the money to afford an instrument.
I just gave you 300 gold. They're like maybe 2 silver.
Have we been to a store?
They had stuff at the Shadow Chasm. You should have got it if you wanted it.
Oh,
I
you know
told
what?
you
You know what? I'm sorry that they did not have the instrument that I was looking for. You know what? Zodri, do any of your people own a store? Possibly, maybe a small. They can give me an instrument.
I just go to Nazana and I just whisper very quietly, and here I thought we had problems. It just looks towards them.
You're gonna feel real
kinda-
stupid when I show my college
She
skills.
glances up at you. What problems?
I just point towards them, like
I made it. to
I thought
Providence.
we had issues to deal with. They have more than any issues.
Audrey, Depot's kind of come over to stand in, and he's kind of listening to all this, and he kind of squints, thinks about it for a minute, and then takes his backpack off and starts digging through it. He runs over to Varys and hands him this beat to shit fucking heart.
Ha! Yes. I mean, don't get me wrong. I went to college, 2 months of college, and I only went to 3 classes. But I mean, I guess I can give it a try.
Oh, this should be good.
Give us a try.
Exactly.
Serenade me,
I-
maybe.
I
Because you know what?
I would
It-
love to, but there's a string broken. And, yeah, I'm a little tired.
Oh, there's a string broken.
Oh yes. Right here. And he like plucks it till it breaks. See?
Oh, well,
Doing.
And Depot
You
doesn't
know-
look really happy. He takes some
Sure.
heart back and replaces the string and hands it back.
I think Fate is telling you to
But,
play us a song.
To be fair, I would love to, and I really love the craftsman. Splinter! He runs his finger across the wooden shadow. I don't look. I'm gonna need a little bit of time.
All right. Thank you for that. I could tell. Even they can even tell that you're speaking out of your butt. But that's just not the point. Let's get on going. I have faith that one day you'll learn how to stand it. Oh, I know what you can do. We'll send you with the next time we're out in the middle of a cavern. I will send you out there, and you will serenade the orcs that are not fighting anymore. That's a perfect plan. And I'm
I would love to serenade them with arrows. I think that's a good one.
She says that draconic, by the way.
Yeah.
If it's to Nazana, she responds back in Draconic. I agree. She's combing out her hair. to rewrite it.
If I'm next to both of them on that, I just reply in Draconic. I'm surprised you can even mate.
Maybe next time we could get a viol. or something of that sort. And I would love to. You don't get splinters from viols.
Oh, that viols are made out of wood, right?
Uh-huh. I would love to see the instrument you play. I'm thinking maybe a skin flute.
Is that a euphemism?
No.
I
mean, I went to college. I'm quite
as you guys
knowing
are
what instruments are.
yeah, as you guys are talking, this discordant sound of possibly a flute echoes throughout the cavern.
See?
if we're quite done talking about musical taste and V's apparently lack of it, are we going to proceed?
Yes, we are. Sorry, Alvarez. He's very distracting sometimes. Let's go.
No, I
Sordrin.
quite understand the demo.
Audrey, this
Well, you
is
pay me.
this Depot's playing his flute. This is music to your ears, though.
Oh, how does it
He's dancing
sound
along
normally?
with it.
How does it sound to everyone else?
It sounds like
Cat screeching.
somebody butt
Is it-
ripping a cat.
Is it
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Is it Kobo
God.
chopsticks?
Yeah, pretty much.
Tell, it's
Heck, he's not even an adult yet. Leave him alone.
we need to move. That sound is gonna attract everything from miles.
Actually, you guys have heard like kids play the recorder of that real bad. Murray has a little lamb. That's exactly how it sounds.
To be fair, I went to college and even I can't stand that.
We all know you didn't go to college, and I'm like, let's go, Sergeant. Have a nice journey.
I took
Try
like
and
3 classes.
Try and survive. Yet,
You look over and say that sort of. She's got her ears plugged. She's like, "What?"
you asked for this, and that's all I'm gonna say as I begin to walk.
I just look, have a safe journey, Sordrin. We'll meet again.
What?
See you later! I wave at her.
I just give a wave goodbye as I'm just gonna take from the Zod. I'm just gonna take my book back very slowly.
They're being taken through the caverns to Pearlhorn, right?
Yes.
She's reluctant
it's
to
fun
let
scene.
go of the book.
I'm sorry, I'm not reading this and walking at the same time, Nazana. Please give it to me.
She lets go of it and under her breath in actually, you know what? Under her breath in Elvish, she says, "And I'm not the one that tried to walk off a cliff." She's kind of pouting.
Audrey is Sordrin.
Oh, I heard that.
Sordrin kind of gathers up the kobolds around her and stuff to get ready to take off. Depot runs up and hugs you.
Yeah, I was gonna say before they go, Zodri was gonna pick up 3 stones from the floor,
Mm-hmm.
and she is going to cast magic stone. It's up to 3, right?
Yeah, just 3.
Yes, up to 3, and they only last for, I believe, a minute or 10.
Oh, only 10
Yeah.
minutes.
I think so. I think at max.
It is a cantrip, so it doesn't
Trust,
last long.
you're talking to a master of magic stone right here.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright. Then I guess she doesn't do that.
but yeah, he hugs you and goes, "Mama, you protect Greyskins."
What do you think I've been doing?
I stay alive because of you. Yay.
I think they're related to
God's very sagely.
And he kisses you on the scaly little cheek and kind of follows
Or
in behind the
she's
rest of them. And they
She
just
pats his head and says, "You be careful now. You be smart. Not like your siblings."
Of course, Mama.
Good.
And he catches up to the rest of them, and you kind of watch as they disappear around the corner.
She's either dating him or their family. I don't know how these things work.
She did tell Nizana in common that Depot was her son.
I wasn't listening.
V, that's they're a clan, they're a family. That's probably her son.
I guess.
Or-
I'm not sure what kobolds do. For all I know, they, sexters, brothers.
Well, I mean, that could be true actually. Also, I'm not sure if that was a male or female. She said it was a son, but again,
That's a good-
they all sound the same and look the same.
She did? Like when?
I mean, maybe you were thinking on your 3 lessons of Bard College during that conversation.
It was 2 lessons, first of all. Thank you very much.
Oh, now it's 2. So now
it
you
was
even
2 classes. No?
So now you're
was
less trained
3.
from what you said before.
Look, 2 or 3, okay? One of those classes I may have been, kicked out because I tried to get with the teacher. But to be fair, she was eyeing me.
That's why you were kicked out.
Okay, eyeing you in what way? Eyeing you in disappointment, or eyeing you as a sexual partner?
I don't know. She didn't say. All she told me was, "V, I'm just handing your test back." I don't know. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, you just.
I hope she didn't test you with HIV.
I think it was more disappointment, V. I'm gonna continue walking down the cavern as we go on our way.
Sleight of hand, Azana. Just...
Wow.
Just quiet enough. You know I said something, but not what I said.
He's still just for his eyebrows, just looking. He's like, then just.
She does
walks
not
off.
respond. She just says that and she's done.
Slowly just slides the book away. She ain't getting it tonight. She ain't reading. So I'm gonna go up front and continue our journey after losing my mind with one night with kobolds.
I will. I'll go in the middle because I cannot see any longer.
Dodgy's happier pretty much that you've ever seen her right now. Well, apart from the fact that most of her clan is probably being eaten by red dragons. But, that's neither here nor there.
Alright. Well, as you begin the day's travel. Yeah. Ferris, you're leading the party again?
Of course. I'd love to.
Before, as we start out, I would like to cast Pass Without a Trace on everyone.
Alright. And that lasts for how long?
I believe it lasts an hour.
It's like an
How
hour.
much farther am I traveling from the group for this, by the way?
I imagine
I'd be a
you're
little bit out.
not too far out, but you're probably ranging out a little bit just to kind of.
Yeah.
Because it would be within 30
I will roll
feet of
stealth on my
Audrey.
own, but it won't be the...
normally I would say when you're in a
Well, there you go.
tight group and you're probably 5 feet from each other, you're probably
there
leaving
you
out 10 feet from the head of the pack. So
Actually, you know what? I think I'll
Okay.
wait with Pass Without a Trace. Because I don't want to waste the spell slot right away.
yeah, I mean that's up to you.
But I think
we're
I'm
all still
stealth.
trying to move quietly.
I do cast Dark Vision on Alana though.
Lana.
I went to
Yeah.
college. They don't believe it, but I went to
Jesus,
college.
alright, I'm
He's
rolling
just
a
saying
ball
while
of stealth.
stealthing away from the group.
Very well. Okay. As you guys, first as you range out, the tunnel starts to sweep in again, closing off narrowly to a 5-foot gap on either side. There is, it appears like it's where some of the more traveled. This is starting to get to where there's a little more rubble on the ground, where it's maybe not as traveled as much.
Interesting. This branch is off to the side?
Mm-hmm. It's
I kinda
heading.
go
It's
back to-
further heading back towards the east.
Okay. I head back to the group. And as I come from the shadows skulking, well, I found another secondary path that doesn't seem to be traveled as much. Fortunately, that makes me wonder a few things. First of all, why hasn't it been traveled? What it leads to? What we shall find. Did it look like a big path, or was it like just a dirt off in the nowhere.
If you are you going further, a little bit further down it to see kind of what the look of
Yeah,
this?
sure. I tell the group, give me a few moments. I will check. I'll check the path a little.
You move another probably 20, 30 yards, and it suddenly kind of stops. But as you kind of backtrack to let the party know that it's possibly a dead end, you do know, especially with your perception, you notice a slight branch to it. It's still heading east, but it's going to be a tight squeeze for probably a good long while.
Interesting.
Does
I couldn't-
Zaudri know these? No, she doesn't know about the tunnels yet. Never mind.
I will head back. And how far, much with the tight squeeze? How far does it seem to squeeze? Is it like as far as I can see? Or
From a 5 foot point, it goes to about a 3 foot wide gap, and goes probably 50 to 100 yards from what you can tell.
All right. I go back to the group. Well, the path leads. It almost looks like a dead end, but there's a small area where it gets maybe roughly 2 to 3 to maybe 4 feet wide. We'd have to squeeze through it. I'm not really sure where it leads, so it really depends on if you all wish to explore it or not. However, it is untraveled and may actually lead us possibly around.
Which direction does it go? Is it still going north?
What, northeast or east?
The narrow pathway leads direct east, from what you can tell.
It's east.
Now,
Not exactly where we need to go, but
DM, just for my own clarification here, because I am directionally challenged.
Mhm.
East is to the right, right?
East is to the right. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be like,
it's up to the group.
I mean, that's the direction we need to go.
The question is, though, if they didn't travel it, they probably for good reason.
But then,
Right.
wait a minute. Where'd those orcs come from then?
No idea, but not that path.
They perhaps maybe.
Are we
took a
heading
longer
north
route.
normally to our destination? Or
Yeah,
east?
you know that you've been heading north, Phil.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
the tunnel that we went to, were there any offshoots heading in a different direction, or has it just been some one solid path?
Your scout never saw one, so
Okay.
What are you trying to say?
I was thinking, like, well, there's only
Sorry
one way that
about
could have
that.
went was through there. I don't know why it's not traveled. Well,
Well,
I mean, it's worth a shot, I guess. But we don't have to. We can go back. I'm more than happy to go back.
I mean, don't get me wrong. If it leads to nothing or we can't get through the tight squeeze, we can go back.
And
But
what happens
if it
we
does,
got
we may
all
be able
those
to get-
creatures, though.
We could. We may be able to get the jump on something as well. For all we know, it may head east but sink north. As well, maybe there may be some forgotten treasure or adventure or... I don't know. To be fair, I'm just...
Well, east is the direction we need to go to get to that crystal 9 forest, I guess.
Sure.
But again, we can go back. I'm more than willing to go back and find a different route.
This may be the fastest route,
But
especially
path
we're
less
working on
traveled.
time.
There's no web in this one, is there?
I did not see any.
If it's
And,
a
And I
path
did
less
not step
traveled,
into any.
it might be because they can't get a large force through. And aren't
True.
expecting anyone to potentially come up behind them if this leads where we're wanting to go.
It was difficult for me to even see it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Or-
it was difficult to see. To be fair, they may have missed it entirely. Maybe
In
it's
that
not on any
case-
maps.
They might not even know that it exists, and if it puts us close to their camp,
If anything, Zoldri should be able to get through it. Sure.
DM.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the question I was asking before. I was going to ask before.
Sure.
Has Zodri's clan used these smaller tunnels? Because you said it was a tight squeeze for most of the party.
In the area that you come from, you know that you've used tunnels similar to this, yeah, that he's describing.
Can I take a look at the walls to see if this is naturally occurring or if it's carved?
Yeah, if you follow him up to where it looks, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't left yet. I'm trying to decide what we're doing. So
Oh,
to
yeah,
the group. No, I haven't taken anyone to it yet.
You know how long this path stretches out for the...
What was it? You said 30 something yards or 100 something yards?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, about 100 yards, quite some distance. I mean, nothing too crazy. I don't think it should set us back too much time. But as I said, it is a thin way. So to be fair, it could be further, could not. But nothing seems to be gone down that way, or at least if it is, it's small. Like he like points to Zadri, or they're capable of doing what she can do, like with the spiders.
Well, do not forget that we encountered that slime creature the other day. Just because you could easily put its mass inside of that thing. So if we are going to recede for this area, we still need to be extra cautious.
Indeed, but we.
What did everyone else think? Which path should we take? I'm more on the theater. If this seems secure and there's no webbing, we can take our chances here. Maybe be able to save a bit of time.
To be fair, I'd rather go down as well, because for all we know, there could be more troops coming down this road.
And we can deal with the slime monsters and what are those spider creatures?
We've
were
killed
more
one.
than better than 20 to 30 good solid of the platoon.
Marks are annoying.
I'll take my odds on those chances.
I guess that is 2. Yes, we.
Okay.
2 out of 5. Anyone else?
Nizana kind of just shrugs. The times that my father and I were in a situation where something like this was needed, that's what we would look for, to either get around something or try to hide.
Ah, perfect.
Or
That is
if
3 majority
necessary-
votes. Yep.
Or if necessary, funnel a larger group into a smaller space.
Your father was smart.
She kind of just gives a sad smile and a nod at that.
Then Mother Zodra, are you in agreement with this?
Yeah, of course.
Perfect.
Very well.
He looks over to Audrey.
Side tunnels seem less dangerous.
We.
Less chance of running into large, smelly.
But don't say it. Do not say it. But don't say it. I don't understand. Is this the language you speak to others?
No, she was just sticking her tongue out at you and making a noise.
I guess. I mean,
Okay.
to be fair, it's similar to that language you all speak.
All right. So the consensus is to go down the tunnel. Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
As we approach it, I would like to check to see if it's carved or naturally occurring.
It is naturally occurring.
Okay. Is there any marks on the wall, like, how do I put it? Marks people would have put on it while they were passing through, or evidence of other things having.
Hey, give me an investigation.
All right.
People
Yeah.
will have trouble getting.
Sorry,
What feet is Alvarez?
my page is kind of lagging here.
It's all right.
You're dummy thick.
Not that you notice, Audrey.
All right.
Seems safe to me.
I'll everyone go on.
As I get in here and I see a tie, I take it I can't really pull a weapon out.
No, it's very, especially with the size of Alvarez, it's exceptionally tight for you.
With Zadra being the smallest, should she go first? So she can maneuver the easiest?
That's
If you would like to,
asking character,
just
yeah.
be character. Be careful if you are.
So yeah, Zadra's gonna say, Zadra can move easier in this tunnel. Zadra should go first.
I mean, sure. I guess. Just be careful. And know that if you are, it's going to take us some time to get to you. So.
It might be best then if I take the rear. I seem to be taking up quite enough space as it is.
I can't look over there with my head in this.
No, you can go first, Alvarez. I'll be right behind you.
Are you okay, Den Mother?
I am fine. Just go.
Does she
Does-
look like she's
Yeah,
fine?
does she look like she's like?
It doesn't
scared or
sound like
something?
she's fine.
Sure.
He's fine. She's
No,
playing this person.
yeah. Oh,
She's extremely freaked
Oh my
out.
god!
She's
I'm used to
sweating as she looks towards that gate at that really tight fit.
Ooh,
I'm
a bit
gonna-
claustrophobic, huh?
I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna pull her a little ways away and real quietly ask her, "Are you all right?"
No, I just have not dealt well with closed spaces. You see, when I was when I was born, I was nailed into a box and somebody found me.
Fine.
Gives a slow nod. I can understand why you wouldn't like small spaces. Is there anything that makes it better for you?
No, I just need to just grow up and just go in. I need a minute. I just need a minute.
She'll give you a nod and she'll step back over to the others.
I kind of
We'll,
like.
we'll follow behind you.
I just kind of like to like Nazana. They kind of like, is everything okay?
We'll take up the. That way, if you get stuck, then V can pull you and we can push.
Do you wish for America
Oh,
to be there as well to keep your guard?
Let's say that one more time. I
Do you
already
wish,
decided to squawk.
Do you wish for my echo to be there as well at guard? I can easily swap places with it. if
From down the
need be.
tunnel, you hear the sound of a cave turret.
I mean, I guess I can pull her through. I mean, to be
No,
fair, I don't really see why she's
him.
complaining.
Him
No,
through.
me.
Him?
That way,
Ah.
if he gets stuck, you can pull him and we can both push.
Yes. Sure.
I can easily swap places as well with it.
Alright.
Will
I
he
have
not
ways to
get
change.
stuck too?
You can get stuck, but I can easily, conjure him, make him disappear, and do the same thing over and over. It's a handy little trick.
That does sound handy.
Well,
Magics.
you wanna
Fascinating.
save it and conjure it if necessary? Him? It?
It. Anyway, if you're in trouble, though, I won't hesitate, though, to get over there.
She'll give you a nod.
Is this proceeding down the cave?
Yeah. As you guys enter the narrow expanse of the offshoot, that's where we're going to take a break.
Whoa.
All right.
All
I
right.
am not going to be stealthy whatsoever with all the weapons in my bag. Just
So-
grinding on that rock.
We're going to take a short break, guys, and we'll be back here in about 10 minutes. And welcome back from our break. As the kind of catch up, as the party has gathered, they've found an offshoot to the east, and they are traveling that way through a very tight corridor. Who is leading this pack?
Zodri.
It was like Zodri, then Alvarez.
Yeah.
Okay. Dodder, go ahead and give me a survival and then perception.
Was it Alvarez, or then it was V, so I could help pull you while they push?
Could I also keep a lookout for tracks on the tunnel floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe is that what I was Zodri, then Al, then V.
Okay.
Followed by like
Oh,
Alana and Nizana.
Okay, so Zodri, Alvarez,
Mm-hmm.
V?
Varus, Nazano.
Yes.
Before that's decided, as I made my way back over to Alana, I'm gonna ask her. So keeping quiet so the others don't hear it. Would you want me to go behind you, or do you want to take up the rear? What would be better?
It'd be better if I'll take up the rear.
Okay.
It'd be better if there's a way for me just to kind of breathe, I guess. No offense to you.
And she'll give you a nod, and she will actually hesitate for a moment before she reaches out and grabs your hand and kind of tugs you in the direction.
I'll kind of look at the hand, look back at you, look at the hand, and go, all right. And I'll kind of grip your hand really, really tight, and then we'll go.
You know that this is out of character for her to willingly touch somebody, because she hasn't done this before.
Yeah.
She's done pretty good about not touching anyone.
Okay. Zodri, let me see here. Ooh, nice survival. Perception. As you go, sure as Varus had said before, it goes probably 50 to 100 yards. And then your height, how tall is Zodri again?
2'3".
2'4". Okay, this is easy. Alvarez, as you're behind her, you notice that the ceiling starts to arc as you're going deeper, starts to kind of curve down into. Right now, it's about 4 foot high.
I'd like to say I'm 6'4", so my back is getting incredibly crooked, and hearing the sound of grinding metal and blades just.
Yeah, Varus.
There's no way I can be stealthy about this.
Ahead of you, you see Alvarez having to kind of bend as the starts to not only feel like it's closing in from the top.
You okay there, big guy? And she kind of realizes the top. Ah, no, you're not. Are your swords going to fit?
Well, I won't wait to find out.
He's gonna keep pushing his way through.
Theoretically,
I'm only 5'5".
Theoretically, couldn't I just take all of Alvarez's like swords and stuff? While
I have over 150 pounds of weapons. I don't think you can carry that.
I don't
Just
think
weapons?
she can hold them size.
It's not the weight. You're like what? You're 2'3", right?
Mm-hmm.
My greatsword is bigger than you.
Yeah,
and so is my
yeah.
lance.
There's a whole thing between weight and the length of it. You would be dragging this sword, you couldn't lift it. It's just too long.
It's called unwieldiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because it says in Wild Shape that you can choose to have equipment merge with you, with your form.
Oh, are you wanting his shape change?
Yeah, the Wild Shape.
Okay. I mean, technically, you could probably do it.
But instead, Zodji's gonna say, maybe you wait here. Zodji scout ahead. Make sure group can fit through.
Again, be careful. You could be walking into a trap for all we know. So,
Otherwise, it's called.
If we walk into trap, at least they not know right away. Points at Alvarez.
unless
If
they
you're going to
already
a trap,
know.
you're going to be exposed by yourself.
Zodji, okay? Gives you a thumbs
go to the
up.
die.
No, Zodri, I think that's getting very cocky of you.
So I'm trying to keep an eye on this cat.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep following.
All right. Audrey, go ahead and give me a perception as you move. You move probably another 200 yards. Go ahead and give me a perception.
Alright. Survival 2 or just perception?
Just perception.
Did she shape change?
No.
Or is she still Zandri?
It's,
Okay.
it's good enough. Because it's quiet here. You hear the sound of not rapid, but you hear the sound of running water.
And has the top of the tunnel continued to curve downward?
The ceiling is about 3.5 feet high now.
Oh, you poor man.
What's that? I believe you said Alvarez's spine just snapped in half.
For those of the taller ones, you're almost having to either bend or start crawling.
I'm real glad that I'm 5'5".
Here's Audrey still walking upright.
I'm 5'4", so I'm it's getting there. I'm betting a little bit.
Yeah, I'm playing limbo right now.
6 foot, so yeah, I'm having fun with this.
Just a training exercise. With
I'm assuming Audrey has to slow down, otherwise she's going to leave the rest of the group behind.
Yeah, because you're just, I mean, this is, you feel it starting to kind of close in a little bit, but no, you're able to freely move.
How are you doing up there, Alvarez?
My spine has seen better occasions. Just slowly.
Slowly just continuing. Flossing his way through.
Oh, I feel so bad
Would
for
you-
him. Because
Would
I
you
know
like a
what this-
battery?
It'll be fine once we're out of here.
It's
Sound of creaking and slash of metal.
The spine creaks in
I look-
protest.
I look behind me to Din Mother. How is she doing?
I am. My eyes are completely closed, and I'm breathing really hard. I'm not even hiding it. That's what this I'm doing right now.
Screeching metal's probably not helping either.
With her eyes closed, is somebody leading her?
Yeah.
I've got a hold of her hand and I'm
Okay.
guiding her,
Okay.
I mean,
making
we're
sure she
squeezed.
doesn't hit her head as much as possible. And
Yeah, because that's her say. If nobody's leading her, she's probably cracked her head a couple of times.
oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm watching her. She was needing help, and I could see that she was not digging this. So, our Nizana is definitely helping Alana to the best of her capabilities.
Okay. Audrey, you continue to move. About another 150 yards, your dark vision picks up the reflection of water just ahead of you. And the top of the cavern has now gone to about 3 feet.
Alright, so aside from the running water, do I hear anything else, like animals that may, or humanoid might have stopped at the stream?
Sure,
Or something?
you can give me a perception if you'd like.
Just to make sure we're not walking.
Into a trap.
No, that's the wrong one. There we go.
No, it didn't appear that any animals are in this. With that perception, though, you get a take closer look at it. Just ahead, it narrows to the width of the crawl is basically becomes a crawl space. The width becomes about 2 feet, and so does the height. And it's a shallow stream, basically, that's running in the path that you're taking. It branches off from looks like a break in the wall.
So even Zodji's starting to bend down now.
Mm-hmm. Further, you know that you're probably having to start bending down. And it's going to get tighter around you.
She looks back at Alvarez.
What is the condition of me, damn?
It's starting to really... Even if Alvarez is not claustrophobic, you're feeling the world close in around you.
Man.
Just
Quite literally, it seems like.
grit in my teeth. My beautiful brand new armor scraped all the work on it coming off as I'm just persevering through that.
Oh, that's going to be hours of polishing.
like just
Hours.
pushing through.
Might as well get new armor at this rate.
Let's see if it's even going to be counted as armor after this.
Zodri's gonna once again ask or say, maybe Zodri should make sure group can get through for big man gets stuck.
I will tell you
I mean,
if
he's
I
going to
get
get
stuck.
stuck regardless.
Okay. At that, what is Audrey doing?
What did Vera say?
He's going to get stuck regardless. If we can push any further, we can't push any further. But to be fair, we've already come this far. Might as well stick it out. And I would rather you not get ambushed alone. At least if we get to a situation where he's stuck, he can use that ghost magic thingy to get out.
I can
Okay,
easily get out with that.
The ceiling is not at 2 feet, right?
No.
And we're at the stream?
Yeah, about 75 yards away, it drops to about 2 foot by 2 foot. And you're standing kind of on the bank of the stream. It's not a real deep stream. I mean, you kind of put your foot in and you easily touch the bottom.
But does that help alleviate the
It'll be about a half a foot difference if you belly crawl.
Okay.
For some of the larger ones.
So I guess we're just continuing forward for a penny.
Okay.
Trade you a pound for that.
Alvarez, you hear Zodri kind of, and you see her step into the water and proceed forward. Zodri, about, like I said, 75 yards. The tunnel is now 2 foot by 2 foot.
All right. Looking ahead, does it seem to get any bigger or smaller?
Not for the foreseeable distance.
How cold is this water, DM?
All right.
It's pretty cold. I mean,
Zodri's gonna take a big, refreshing drink and then.
It's moving quick enough that it's a very clear stream.
All right, so she's just going to say, path is same size for as far as Zodri can see.
Wonderful. As I'm just gonna keep slowly getting my way in there.
Zodri would let you know if it get bigger. And she's gonna continue forward.
Right.
It's a kind of a squat walk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your butt is becoming wet from the having to drag it through the water. Alvarez, as you follow in behind her, yeah, it's tight around you almost to the point where you can't stand any further.
Looking further into the cabin, do I see like it looks a little bit more open up? Like with where I am right now, does it seem like there's like I can get like at least an inch bit more space?
Not for the foreseeable distance, no.
Okay. I'm just basically just gonna have to belly crawl this at this point. Because I will break my spine if so I'm just gonna have to keep pressing there that way. And if I get stuck, I will use my echo teleportation.
Okay.
I will just keep teleporting, dismissing, teleporting, dismissing. Okay, I'm kind of. Zana, I know there's water. I can feel it. It's really cold.
She would have warned you before getting in, letting you get into the water.
I can kind of. It's. Why is it getting tighter? I thought we're supposed to. God.
Varys, like ahead of you, Alvarez, his best imitation of some of the Underdark's reptilian creatures sliding into water, slides forward and basically begins low crawling through the water behind Zodri.
This is working.
If this cave is this small, the exit, the landers are gonna birth out a 6'4" dark elf, and whoever's on the other side is gonna be terrified.
Well, he's not a dark elf, but he's definitely going to be 6'4" and very fucking menacing as it bursts out an elf.
It's kind of like that scene from Ace Ventura when nature calls when he's perfect.
Yeah, from the rhinoceros. Except it's just a big frowny face.
I hate caves.
All right, so does the rest of you follow?
Yep.
Begrudgingly, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Lazana will kind of actually. Do you have dark vision currently, then,
I
Mother?
do.
Yeah.
Okay.
do.
So she'll still enter. We might have to try to get in a little further. It's gonna get a little smaller.
Are there any like fish in this water?
Yeah, there's some blind cave fish in there. Every once in a while, as you kind of move in,
Cave.
they flit out of the way at your movement.
She'll try to grab one.
Sure. Give me a survival.
Actually, I would like to use. They're not that big, right?
No, they're maybe a good. Probably the largest is maybe half a foot.
Because with mage hand, I can lift up to 10 pounds. I think.
Yeah, they're well under 10 pounds.
I would like to try to use my mage hand to grab it.
Sure. With your mage hand, give me I don't know, just give me a dex check.
All right.
This bitch that
Yeah.
water.
Alvarez up ahead. You kind of hear something splash
yes.
into the water, and then Audrey cursing or something.
Disappointed sigh.
Yeah.
I'm glad she's playing in the water. Just taking children to the pool.
Audrey tried to catch dinner. Shut up.
About the time
We
that
have rations, Andre.
About
So
this
if you're
time,
done
he's-
playing out in the water.
Alvarez, you feel something squirming inside of your armor.
Oh.
With the
No.
classic white dummy thick ass, I will crush it.
Right now, you have fish goo inside of your tummy thick ass.
Ah, no.
You know what? Maybe that's how Alvarez likes it. You know what? He's actually
You
thinking.
never know.
He looks at.
Good. Now I have a lubricant to get in here.
In your armor, it's not on the outside. It's inside the armor.
Not if I squirt out with my bum cheeks. He's very talented.
Alvarez,
Very glad.
techniques.
you know what,
Very glad you're
Panda?
being so optimistic.
Panda, take an inspiration for that.
Buy your Alvarez figurine now. Comes with a built-in lubricator.
It just happens to come out of the rear.
I'm glad you're so optimistic, my friend.
All right. As the party continues forward, the Zodri, it's getting to the point where the top now is to where you're having to crawl now in the water.
Oh no.
And this continues on for another 400 or 500 yards. The water is seeping into your clothing, and you're starting to chill a little bit. Give me a perception check.
Yes, sir.
Let me con save.
Okay, this is actually fairly easy. Underneath, you felt the current of the stream, and it's been fairly slow. About the 400-yard mark, as you're going through, you feel it slightly beginning to increase in speed.
Oh no.
And what do you do?
There's no space on either side of the
That's
thing there.
2 foot wide, and it's solid rock. There's no bank or anything like that. You're about 1.5 foot. So bigger party members are literally almost faced, with their chins in the water, having to crawl.
Hmm. Like, how fast is it increasing? Is it to a dangerous level?
Not to a dangerous level, but to a point that it's starting to rush a little bit.
Assuming that the rest of the party, well, no, since she's at the head, she will turn to Alvarez and say, watch her go faster.
Water is going faster.
Why are we stopped, Alvarez?
Zodri's saying that the water is getting much faster.
How much faster? Like dangerously faster?
Can we still breathe further on?
Don't you think so?
Well, that fills me with much confidence.
To be fair, if the water is getting any bit faster, even just a slight bit faster or crazy faster, that means that it has to go into somewhere, some type of fall possibly. It may provide more open area at least.
I hope to get out of water soon. This bath too long.
I can't hear what she's saying.
Sandra just keeps walking.
I feel like she just turns and looks at Alvarez and there's just water hitting his chin is like just like hitting like bubbles just hitting out of him. And like the same stone hard cold expression just staring.
All right, Zodri. As you continue forward, up ahead you see a slight glow, and the water is becoming to where it's almost tugging at your clothing.
A glow?
Like a soft glow.
Is it reminiscent of the
Some of the
bioluminescent mushrooms?
Yeah. As you kind of proceed forward, you notice that ahead it's starting to widen a little bit, and you see some bioluminescent lichen coating the walls.
Do they have any alchemical or healing properties?
Give me a nature check.
Nature, I'm not very good at that. I'm a bad druid.
How do you? Not so much alchemical or healing, but they're edible.
She'll take a few. She's gonna have a glowing mouth for a couple days, boys.
Yeah. As you continue on, I need you to give me a dex save,
That's
please.
horrifying.
Ooh, dexterity save or
Yep.
just
Dex save.
I
All right.
guess
Alvarez,
you can make it.
give me a perception.
Did you say Varus or Alvarez?
Alvarez.
Gotcha. I just heard the res part.
All right. Shortly after Zodri has taken a handful of lichen and shoved it in her mouth, she takes about 4 or 5 more crawls forward and disappears under the water. Zodri, you're being pulled under a current. The water has deepened to about 5 feet.
Just like that.
Just like that.
I'm just gonna
Oh,
go
for chef.
to the other. Zodri seems to have gone into the water.
Ah, she's so small. She's not supposed to be swimming.
Give me an athletics
get
check,
her out?
Zodri.
Tumbling
You're
down.
being pulled by a heavy current eastwards underneath the water.
If she can surface, you hear a bunch of draconic curses coming out of
Yeah,
her
every
mouth.
once in a while you hear sputtering and she goes back underwater.
I'm looking on that. Let the others know I'm going to go and grab her. So I'm just gonna like.
Aha! I look back. Alvarez is grabbing the small one. There's water current. I'm gonna start moving forward.
Yeah, Alvarez, as
What?
you kind of scramble forward on your belly, where you felt the bottom, all of a sudden you don't feel anything as you drop the 5 foot as well.
That's alright. I'm holding my breath.
Yep.
I expected this.
Yep.
But he's taller than 5 feet.
Yeah. After a minute, you sink and your feet do touch the bottom. So as you fully stand and kind of bounce back up, about a foot of you is sticking out of the water. But the current is extremely strong, so I need you to make me a deck save as well.
Oh god, he's wearing heavy armor and all that equipment.
Click, clang, 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 clang. Yep, I'm clanging down.
Yep. And you're pulled towards Audrey.
It's
Do I see,
Waterworld, boys.
So I need to make an athletics as well.
Yep.
Alright, let's
I
go,
assume I
fam.
didn't see them go.
Oh my god. So, like, you know what's above a 10?
Oh, this is how I.
Here we-
Audrey, you're kind of trying to swim back, and all of a sudden you see a rocketing Alvarez coming towards you. You see dummy thick ass coming towards you.
I assume I did not see them with that.
She's
No.
gracious and trying to move out of the way of him.
You did hear Alvarez say that Zodri had gone underwater.
They seem to be maybe underwater. I can't see Alvarez or the small one.
Why is there water? Is it a lake?
I guess I don't know. I haven't gotten into
toward-
it yet.
you gotta
All
get
right, I'm doing. I'm already fine.
I'm just swimming my way down. I'm just gonna keep going through the current.
Just kind of ride the current. Hold
Yeah.
your breath. Okay.
I'm gonna
For
move
both
forward.
of you that are underwater, go ahead and give me Constitution saves.
Do you need a deck save from me as I move forward?
Yeah, let me deal with this real quick.
I would like to use a hero point if
Oh
possible.
no.
All right, you guys are fine. That gives me an idea how long you're gonna be able to hold your breath. Yes, Dara. Vera says you try to imitate an otter that you've heard of.
Of course.
You
I've heard of. I went to college.
yeah. With a wee, you shoot down the chute, and yeah, you splash and you go hit the embankment and go underwater. Go ahead and give me your dex.
Dex or con?
You know what? Go ahead and give me give me an athletics.
Sure. This will go fantastic. Perfect.
Okay,
All
I
right.
see this happen. I do not see this happen. I'm
No,
focused on
all
this.
all you heard was wee, and then splash.
okay. Hearing the weave and the splash, I'm gonna
Ferris, give me con.
turn towards as much as I can towards Alana and say, "Whatever happens, don't let go."
Don't let
And
go.
she's
What do
gonna-
you mean? Whatever happens?
They said Vera said that Zodri and Alvarez were pulled by the current, and I just heard a splash from him.
Then, oh no.
DM.
Yes.
And she's gonna tighten her grip on Alana, and I guess we're proceeding forward.
When I have a chance, I would like to transform into one of the blind cave fish.
Oh, blind.
All right. At this point, we will go by rounds because I'll help retract as far as your constitution. Audrey, you're in the water first. I will allow you to do so.
All right, so I use one of my wild shapes to transform into one of the blind fish I just tried to catch.
Okay. Give me an athletics with the fish. Because this is a very strong current, so. Yep,
That's probably like a 1 or a 0 with the fish.
Alvarez. You see a fish kind of swimming by your face now. It's being pulled along beside you.
You know what? That's fine. I'm just good. You know what? We're focusing on Big A over here. Trying to keep my way out.
All right. You're up, so go ahead and give me an athletics.
All right, let's go. 19.
19. Okay, your head breaks the surface. So you're able to get a gulp of air, fresh air. You're with the weight of what you're carrying and stuff, you're being pulled. As you look, The water disappears over a precipice,
Oh no.
and you hear.
Just in case, I would like to manifest my echo behind me. Because this could go very bad, and I would like to pull out my harpoon in
Right.
case I need to do some Batman swings.
As you manifest your echo into the water, it looks a little surprised and a little dejected.
I kind of get the look of like, I didn't ask for this either.
Yeah, like,
Kind of look.
what the hell, man? Varus,
Ah, yes.
I need athletics, sir.
I'd love to. Fantastic. Not a swimmer. We don't swim much here in the
Yep,
dark.
you're still underwater, so I will make note of that. Okay.
Do.
It's getting a little tighter on your lungs. All right. Alana and Izana. As you scuttle forward, both of you go from solid, well, basically solid, to open air as you both splash into the water.
My
More like
main
I'm
goal
more
is
like
to-
I'm pulled.
Yeah.
So making sure I keep a hold of Lana.
Just wait, what? No!
She did warn you.
So go ahead and give me athletics. All right. Oh shit. All right. And I need a con from Alana, please. Nizana, you're able to reach the surface.
I still have a hold of her, so I'm tugging at her to get her up too.
Sure. You can make we will deal with that next round. All right, fish Audrey. Alvarez, you feel the fish zip past you. Audrey, you are now in open air as you go over a fall.
Oh no.
And as the fish looks down and has the surprised look of a fish, it's a good 10 feet down.
Wait, I'm blind.
Yeah,
I can't see anything.
it's a good 10. You feel yourself fall 10 feet and splash back into water.
Does it hurt?
It probably stings a little bit.
Things. Belly flop.
But yeah, it's enough damage that it actually knocks you out of your fish form.
Do I take any damage to my current?
No.
Okay.
You
Basically-
come crashing on you.
Yeah, it as you come up sputtering is about the time you see an armored ass come flying over the edge of the precipice.
Wee.
Please tell me I got thrown out farther because I weigh a lot less than that.
This is gonna be a big old cannonball. This is.
You know what? Give me an athletics check to see if you got out of the way. No.
No.
You're trying your best to doggy paddle, and about a foot and a half is he basically almost blows you out of the water.
And then the echo just comes and he's just walking on the water and he's just
Yeah.
like so dejected and miserable.
The echo actually just kind of just stops above the water and just like looking and just shaking at you, shaking his head at you, Alvarez. All right. Varus,
Nailed it.
Of course.
give me an athletics check, sir.
In athletics?
Yep.
I'd love to once again. Perfect.
All right.
Ah.
You're being drugged along with the current. Right as your head comes up, you come shooting out over the edge.
No.
Oh, we missed a perfect Emperor's New Groove
Can I
moment.
make a perception real quick? How does this cave open up any further to the left or right?
Give me a perception at disadvantage because you're at full tilt.
Sure, let me roll twice then. There you go, 16.
Yep, you catch a glimpse that it does have. You're basically in an underground. You're fixing to land into an underground lake.
Okay. So is there like anything like where I would be able to fall left or right and stab onto a ground or anything?
You know what? I will. No, because it's not really because it's almost sure rock face. But just for good verse, give me an acrobatics.
I'd love to. That I actually am not great at, but I'm good at. Like I said, I'm not great at, but I'm good at.
Zodri and Alvarez, as you look up to see where you guys came from, you see Varys come shooting out, and he flies over you, both of you, and belly flops about 5 feet away.
That's actually the sound Audrey makes.
Varys, you actually hit your belly and your nuts.
Oh!
Ow!
It's what I use to get my way.
You know, you're not supposed to land on them, V.
You know what? You can go blah 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 blah.
All right.
It just sinks.
Nizana, you pull Alana up, and Alana comes up sputtering, and you both look at about the same time that you see the precipice.
No.
Zana's kind of quietly panicking, but
No, I'm trying to
anything
grab
to
something.
stop ourselves before we get to the edge.
Or you make like acrobatics.
Acrobatics. If it looks like she has a chance, I will let go, so I do not drag her down.
That's the power of desperation right there.
So, Alana, you actually managed to grab some underground weeds? Nizana, you have a hold of Alana, and you're tugged over. Alana, give me athletics to hold on to that shit.
I have you. No, I don't.
And as the three of you look up, you see Nizana holding onto the back of Alana. As Alana comes flying over, and she's holding onto basically some seaweed, I guess would be the
Kelp,
kelp. And as it's streaming, and all of a sudden it's just one long rope as they are twisting and turning and hit the ground hit the water together.
Oh god, what does the echo do?
Is it just like in the water staring as we fall?
Yeah, it's just.
It's just watching them all go down with its arms crossed.
Is this going to be one of those moments in a game where you save your game, then you die to get loaded back to a die to get loaded back to a die?
It's a permanent death state.
After you guys kind of move away from where the falls are, and the water kind of it almost smooths out, and where it's kind of rippling, but it's not pulling you guys down. This chamber opens up to about 30 feet across, and to the east is another tunnel.
Small one or big one?
It looks about 10 foot wide.
I'll be kind of paddling with. Oh, I don't know how to swim. Don't know how to swim. Never.
I will be helping her because
I look at her. I was
Zana
like,
knows how to swim.
I was like, then Mama, do you require tugging onto someone?
Yes, there's no water down here. It's just tunnels.
I just look. I'm like, Nazana, why don't you take care of the others? I'll take care of the then, Mama.
He just floats, laying there in the water.
Yeah.
This is like
He even
a dead
alive?
body. Just all you. Going from me, he's floating by.
Actually, his face is
And, like,
probably
he, like,
his probably
every
face
now-
is probably in the water going.
Every now and then he like rolls over. Ow, ow.
One hand paddling, the other one caressing his nuts gently.
I see a cave. Oh, thank you, Alvarez. Oh God.
I gotta just go. Hold on tight then.
Yes. Oh God.
You-
Now, this wouldn't be the lake that's on the map, would it?
No.
Okay.
There is no lake on the map.
There is, but
There
it's
is,
way
but
further south.
No, not wrong.
This is not Remoth Lake.
Well, the
Once
good thing
everyone's
it's
out of
not
the
that
water, I will use prestidigitation to dry everybody.
I'm like a colander with my armor. Just
As I'm just laying there, I reach into my pocket and pull out 10 berries just to try and soothe it. Just it's like house good berry.
What did you land on?
The water, just like you tall fuck.
What does me being tall have anything to do with my nuts?
Butter, give me a perception check.
Who give you a perception check to him?
Oh, I just need Zodder too.
Okay.
All right. By the way, after she crawled out of the water, she did shake off like a dog.
Yep, that's kind of figured that would happen.
Of course.
That's why I said once everyone was out, that's when prestidigitation was cast.
Oh no, the dice are not with me today.
He's just
You're
laying
standing
on the
close
ground.
enough. As Alvarez is kind of admonishing Varys, you see a frog hop out of the back of his pants.
I used my hand to try to grab it.
X again.
Yeah.
1.
Easy enough to get your mage hand catches it and floats it over to you.
I shake my club and I bash its head.
You're
Frog
back.
came out of my ass.
Back in your armor.
Mm.
Oh, so that was what the vibration was.
Mm.
I-
The French delicacy.
Yeah.
Fickle the frog.
You guys
Yeah.
look over at Zodder. She's got
That's
like
what
the legs of a frog hanging out of her mouth.
Yep.
I was
I
about
was
to
like,
say, she hits
the
it,
baby
we're gonna
Yoda,
look over, it's gonna be,
Yeah.
baby Yoda.
Just sucks in the legs.
Well, Zoltry better hope that Alvarez wipes.
Oh!
We just-
You just had the bath.
well, how long did we
Fine,
just
you
stare
just
at the
had-
water?
I'll in the show just like, thank you, Nizana. Oh God, so much air, too much water. Oh fuck! And I'm gonna like instantly go in my bag, and I'm gonna bring out the big contracts I have. They're now completely ruined.
They are. The ink has run.
Oh no!
It just looks at it completely ruined. Oh.
What are the odds of water in the Underdark?
Oh, the Zadri used those to wipe ages ago.
Use what
I'm
to
making
wipe?
a new point here.
Sana actually makes the noise that I just did and slaps a hand over her mouth.
Oh God!
No more water for us. In my
Are
contract.
you okay?
Zodry, take an inspiration for killing me.
May I suggestion that since dead mother needs to recover from it and V needs medical treatment from the looks of it, we should take a
I
rest
had
for a
some
moment.
berries.
Did it heal your own berries?
No, it's not my pride though.
Yes, we need a minute. I need it. Oh, I would take all the ink. It's all ruined. Take all the paper. It's all ruined. I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's-
I just looked at
It's all gone.
Please take as long as you need, dead mother.
oh, no, there's nothing. Oh fuck! Now there's, our agreements still stand. I just don't have any paper to prove it anymore.
Then, Mother, they weren't aware of that until you just said it.
Well, why wouldn't it not still stand?
It
Because
doesn't matter.
they're legal binding by the piece of paper.
It's also a really good.
Oh my
way
god!
of- it's also
Those papers don't bind us. The hell have I been working for? He just sits up instantly.
I never
It was
told you
better?
you were binded. It just this is your contract. It's so simpletons. Like I deal with people who just hit stuff all day, so I have to put it on paper so simpletons actually understand.
I do more than just hit stuff all day. I also hit on stuff. God, there's an art.
You know, after such a stressful time, your banter is always appreciated, V. I'm gonna like throw
Of course.
all the paper and the ink and just I'll make sure I still have everything else, like the money and everything.
Yeah, you do.
Oh God.
How much of the state is my armor in and like my weapons after all of that?
Armor's
They're clean.
They're clean, yeah. I mean, you've got
Other than needing a new pair of underwear because I've got fish guts up my ass, but
Yeah.
you know, other than
Oh,
that,
that's got to. She cleaned everything.
it's nothing that you probably can't repair over camp. You probably need to replace a couple of rings in your mount, but a little scuffed. But other than that,
Okay.
it's mainly repairs that you can do to yourself. You don't need a blacksmith for.
Of course.
I'm just gonna just lean up on a wall and just take a breath as I'm still, even though
Well,
prestidigitation, I'm
with-
probably still damp hair.
With Zodra being a cold-blooded creature, I believe that kobolds are cold-blooded, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna start a fire going.
Okay. Give me a survival.
All right. I'm good at survival, just not nature.
Bad druid.
Yeah. Apparently, I'm bad at survival too.
But
How big of a campfire does she have?
she's
I
actually
do have 10 pounds of wood.
well.
Also-
That's where I was going with that. Is
It's wet, isn't it?
the wood is wet, so you're having trouble getting it started.
I will use prestidigitation to dry the wood.
Okay.
And if necessary,
How's my mouse?
I can light a torch or a small campfire with it.
Your mouse is waterlogged.
Alcatraz, are you still breathing?
It's not looking really happy at you and takes a shit in your hand.
Fine. It's fine as long as you're still breathing. Also, you know to do that on their pillows.
Okay, Zodra, you can make me another survival to restart the campfire. All right, that's better. That's better. You're able to you're able to actually get it with that. So
All right.
takes you a little longer because it is, even with prestidigitation, it didn't quite dry it completely, but you do eventually get it done.
It does it enough.
Yeah. It helps. So yeah, I'm adding a modifier to that with help of the prestidigitation. Okay. As you guys gather around the campfire, you take a little closer look around at the chambers. It's the only really ambient glow is from the small campfire that you got set, and the walls are covered in the same lichen that daughter you had seen before. Other than that, it is pitch black in here.
Looking around, is there another exit
There only appears to be the one exit.
where we drop down from?
Mm-hmm. Well, there is an exit from the bank that you're on. Probably 30, 40 yards. There's a tunnel that goes to the east.
Okay.
It's really cold.
That's it is.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
I'll kind of look up like, we can't stay for long. We have to keep moving. I don't feel tired yet.
And Alana, as you're kind of trying to warm up, you look over and Zodri's just butt ass naked. Laying like
Oh.
See that?
Have some,
I don't. Oh God.
have some,
I'm gonna
have some
pull-
decency.
My blanket out of my pack, and I'm gonna wrap her in it.
Oh
So,
God.
Dre, when you're in the company of others, I would ask you to not to strip completely naked in front of this place. Looking away.
What's wrong with it?
Zodra, do you
lot.
remember the talk we had earlier when V had an issue with his belt?
I was wearing unders. Fucking hell.
Out of character, DM says you were not.
Nope, you were going full
Oh.
commando that day.
I mean, I didn't mean like that. I meant unders and the fact that I have a shirt tucked in.
She wasn't risking looking, but she asked, "Do you remember that?"
Zodra just shrugs.
It is
Normally-
inappropriate.
They not caring clan.
Well,
They
remember
may not-
how I said that some races are more keen to making sure they don't see each other without clothes?
It's already cold. Already want heat.
You'll be colder when your clothes are off.
Audrey, Kate, let me put to you bluntly here. Do you like to be hunted? Do you want a predator? V is a predator for naked women. You are a woman.
Whoa, hey. Look, first of all, I'm not sure that thing is a woman.
There's no way to tell, is there?
I don't know, considering that you were just completely naked, I'm pretty sure there's a way to tell.
Fuck!
That's like immediately obvious.
Oh.
It's just a lizard body.
Oh. Oh, I think I just took psychic damage from that.
Oh.
Ever the gentleman.
It's also, you don't, yeah, it's not generally, just don't get naked in public. Like, if we go to a town, don't just get naked, please. Don't do that.
Some people take offense to that, and you can either be charged for public indecency.
Well, no, I mean, okay, Alvarez, are you used to the Underdark? No, you're not, because you said
No,
that.
I'm not from here. Then
If she struts around naked, she'll become a slave, and not the good kind of slave, if you catch my meaning.
Seems like a very good custom that you like to have in the Underdark of selling people for their sort of needs.
It's
I
the
mean,
way.
it makes money.
Audrey kind of grumbles as she begins to put her clothing and armor back on and says, she just kind of shakes her head at the group and says, "You all so bashful, so shy."
Does it still seem like Zodri's cold?
Yeah, she actually seems okay.
Okay. 'Cause, with the way the conversation went, Nazana kind of pulled back from everyone and put some distance between her and them.
I'll kind of get up. If we're warm, we should keep moving. I'll throw like a couple of scraps of piece of paper from my bag. Like, everything.
It's
God.
actually part of the lore that kobolds do not wear clothing within the clan, except for rituals.
It doesn't mean we're gonna appreciate it.
I know. That's just the way she grew up.
I'll
Oh.
I'll head over to Nazana and I'll be like, Nazana, we have to move. And thank you for helping me.
She'll give a nod, but she's kind of retreated into her cloak.
Now, once we stop for the night, for doing that for me, I will give you a tidbit of knowledge so you can maybe find information that you're looking for. For free, of course.
There's just kind of a... There's not actually really a response. She just kind of gets up and gets ready to go.
And I'll kind of brush off my dress is still, it's getting dirty, even if your presentation it's still getting dirty.
Right.
Just be like, well, good thing I have light armor under this.
True.
What? I'll kind of look when V says that. How do you know what I have underneath my clothing?
Because you're not stupid, and I've seen you take hits before.
All right, that's fair. I was just wondering if you're peeping on me.
Come on, trust me. I have taste in women.
Yes,
Burn.
easy. Yes, you taste for easy women. Well, whenever they make you do effort, you
didn't-
run away.
Look, whatever adjective you wish to put in front of them, be it yourself.
You really do not know anything about the etiquette of the gentleman, do you?
Look, first of all, I don't get paid to be a gentleman. I get paid to do a job.
Neither do you get paid for taking your pants down and going at it like animals.
First of all, I don't take my pants off. That's the other person's job.
I gotta give him a really quizzical look, but like, It usually requires both. I am. Never mind. I'm like going.
I just put my fingers to it. Just for the rest of the women here, I hope you know that not all men are like this and barbaric creatures. She's just like
Alvarez, all women are queens.
Yeah, all women are queens.
Well, stop being a white man.
Stares at his black armor.
I'll get up and I'll get by the exit. And I'm like, let's move if everyone's ready. I kind of shiver looking at that cave entrance. I don't know. I want to do that again.
Of course.
Oh, as you prepare to move out, go ahead and give me your marching order. I'm guessing Varus is back in the front.
Yeah, sure.
Probably saying what we did last time. Where, yeah, Varus, then me.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your, as you enter the tunnel, go ahead and give me your, Jesus, really?
I mean, not in that one, so I think that's pretty good.
I mean, really, what kind of ranger are you, man?
Hey, look. First of all, I'm a smuggler. Ranger is just what I put on my application.
He's got some really tender testes right now.
Look, I may have lied on my resume, okay?
like you lied about going to a Bard college. What are you actually qualified to do? Be wittical.
Yeah, I provide all that.
All right, Varus, you lead the party. Or
if you call
in a couple of times you kind of trying to adjust yourself. You don't pay attention and run into the walls and stuff a couple of times.
So dark.
Alvarez, he kind of looks like a ping pong ball going down at first, and then he rectifies that and continues on.
Every time it looks like he's going to say there's a wall there, and then he stops. He's like, no, suffer.
But you do correct yourself first.
You know, there's a wall here. Every time he hits a wall, he shouldn't go that way.
And he just keeps looking at him. Don't worry, I've noticed them.
Well, good.
All right, but you travel for another couple hours, and you soon, the five of you start kind of feeling the day's travel as you move along. Starting to get a little tired.
We should probably find camp for the night.
Yes.
I mean, unless you want to talk about walls again.
No, you've seen quite expertise in that sort of field, so I wouldn't want to take away your spotlight.
At least I saw them, and I will look for camp.
Okay, sure. Give me
I
a
will,
survival.
I will help look for camp.
Anybody that wants to look for camp, go ahead and give me a survival.
Yeah. I will help.
Could I use my proficiency in it to give him advantage?
Sure.
Probably help that. Yeah, help Varus. He's the one with the best survival.
Ow.
Yeah, Ferris should get the advantage.
Just so we're not all rolling.
This tunnel runs, like I said, it's about 10 foot wide. You're not finding any offshoots, but you do find an outcropping of rocks off to the side that you could probably, almost like a ring that you could get into to at least have defensible sides. It's gonna be a tight quarters. You know, you guys are not gonna be able to. Yeah, be a little huddled together, but you're able to find camp. Yeah.
At least it provides a little bit of cover. That way, well, archers will literally have to try to get over it, and we can defense the front.
Okay.
I mean, unless anyone found anything better, all hands up.
The only thing is we're going to prevent ourselves from being ambushed like the last time. Sure.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Got it, Mazona. Okay. All right. So, as you're setting up camp, is there anything that you guys want to do?
Zalji's gonna try to hide in the corner and work on that figurine again.
Okay.
It's completely stone, right? There on the floor, there's no soft soil, anything to.
Yeah, it's completely stone. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll take out the bedroll and squish it. All the water comes out. It's like, oh, I guess it's the floor.
Connor, you're making a little more progress on the figuring. Um, how, however, um, give me a wisdom check.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
The
It,
dice not like me today.
it just seems like you're used to carving and stuff like that. Sometimes the wood talks to you in a way. Not literally talk to you, but it kind of guides how you carve. You do notice some subtle changes to it than before.
Okay.
Anybody else doing anything?
I'm just gonna see how ruined my books are. When I go,
Your book is trashed.
no. My even baby says magic.
Yep.
Shit.
I will. I will actually do something, DM,
Sure.
just for your reference. I will. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go outside. I'm going to find the area where they would basically come from the left or the right to
Mhm.
basically get in front of where the rocks come. And on each side, I'm going to put about 7 caltrops on each side, kind of place them around. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place ball bearings around them to lead them into it if they slip on them.
Okay.
I'm going to try to hide it too well. What
Sure.
check would you like?
Give me a sleight of hand.
I'd
Or-
love to.
yeah.
And I'll be collecting those in the morning. Unless it's just fucking ruined.
Okay. Noted.
So 14 total.
Okay.
And then I'd say like out of my 1,000 ball bearings, I'd probably put like 50 or so on each side.
Sure. Okay. Anybody else do anything in particular?
Is there any good spot to get like a like kind of a good vantage point from at all? So like any kind of rock that you kind of climb.
Yeah, you could there's a kind of little shelf that you can climb up to look at. They kind of peek over the top of it.
Oh, I will do that. Get that set up as I'll have my crossbow out, just like ready to do a watch.
Okay. So as you finish eating and settle down, with nothing else in particular that you guys are doing, go ahead and give me your whoever's on first watch. Give me your perception check, please.
I'll do first.
I'll do second.
I will do third.
Zadri will do fourth.
Okay.
Nazana will join Zadri.
Okay. So Alvarez is on first. Barris on second. Or Lana on
Oui.
second.
I am on third.
Third. Okay. There's Lana. And then Zadri and Mazan on fourth. Got it. All right. Alvarez, you kind of get under your vantage point and watch throughout the night. Every once in a while, you can kind of look down into where your companions are, and they're sleeping away the day's worries. Many falling into a deep sleep. For those, all the Alvarez, if I could get you guys to take your headphones off, please, for just a moment.
Sure. Yeah, just let me mute myself.
All right. You guys can't hear me? Okay. All right, Alvarez.
Mm-hmm.
That voice that you'd heard before is you start kind of drifting off a little bit, and you get the image of that ruby again. And you see your echo standing over they're rushing after Nazana with its sword held above its head.
It's now like heading towards her right now.
Not right now.
I am going to get down from my vantage point as I'm going to just slowly appear with my own greatsword, and I just say, "What are you doing?"
Your echo is just kind of it's standing there, guard watching down the deal.
I just kind of stare as I see the RV. What is it that you are trying to tell me, to show me?
And that same voice enters your head. That same voice of rock or fire touching rock. Power you seek. However, there's not without consequence. Those you guard will get in your way, but in the end, it'll be worth it. And your vision returns back to the tunnel. Okay.
Okay. It's just like holding his head, just like as he just sees like his sword is just very close to where like Nizana was, and it's just like.
Okay, your watch does go uneventful after that, though.
He is, yeah, after being a little bit shaken up and just putting his sword away, he is going to go and wake up V.
Okay. You waking him up the normal way?
He's just going to put a hand on him, just shake him up.
Okay. V, you feel hand on your shoulder.
Hello, big guy. What's going on?
It's your watch.
Ah, fantastic. How did it go?
Uneventful.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I tried to get some rest. He kind of eyes him a little bit. Can't really tell his face because he always has the same facial features, so. And tried to get some rest.
He looks a little bit more like, as April said, he looks a little bit more tired and drained than usual.
He'll incite you at that then. Seems a little weird.
I will try and roll a deception, huh?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And if you say so.
from what you can
But
tell,
you
he
get to
does
sleep.
sound tired. So
You seem tired. Try to get some sleep.
Keep
Where's
a
my
close,
watch?
keep a close eye on tonight, V.
I mean, I'll
Something-
try.
Something about this place unnerves me.
With that, he will look at him and just give him a nod. Understood. Something does seem off to find such an area like such. And besides, we were to be ambushed. This would be the perfect situation. If I do encounter anything, you'll be the first I wake up. Me?
Thank you. Good night.
Of course.
Verse,
Do not let the cave spiders bite.
you take your position kind of where Alvarez was on the shelf above, watching the tunnels. Other than the sound of dripping water from and the slight distance rush of water from, you hear nothing. Other than the
Nothing
sound,
as in
yeah. Other than that,
eerily nothing?
no,
Or
as
just-
in just nothing out of the ordinary. You hear the sound.
Okay.
Sound or soft sounds of sleeping from your companions. No movement, no sound. Every once in a while, a small critter will like run down a tunnel, just kind of avoiding you guys.
Of course.
Okay, but your watch does come
Tonight
to
is-
an end.
Tonight is doesn't seem too far off, but to be fair, I will warn the next. I'll go and Alana, I believe. Din Mother, I believe. I'll go to Din Mother and I will wake her up with a hand on her shoulders. I'm still just keeping an eye. Din Mother, it's time for your watch.
Okay.
A side
Anything?
note.
No.
I did not see anything apart from the occasional dripping of water and tiny critter running around. However, I mean, Alvarez didn't seem weird. He seemed tired, but he mentioned tonight seems off. Keep an eye out. I figured I'd let you know as well. Do not step out and go to the left or the right of the circle. I've laid well. With a surprise in case anything wishes to sneak around.
Very well. I will do so. Thank you, V, for the warning. And, well, trust is good
What
for
you
the
paying
time
me
being.
for?
Yes. And I'll get up and brush off, and I am going to go take that perch,
Okay.
DM, and I am going to do this, DM, by the way. Because I'm out of view of the party, correct?
Right. Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. And that's what I'll do for and then I'll read you my watch.
Okay. Go ahead and give me your perception, please. Okay. As you're sitting on your perch, Varys has gone to sleep, and you
Tranced.
or tranced. You've never seen an Isto snore in a trance, but he sure as hell's doing it.
You know, I'm trying.
I'll kind of like get distracted every now and again.
Yeah.
What is it? It sounds like what is that? That sounds like a beast.
You spot a small green lizard that kind of runs up next to you, and every time it stops and looks down, and then he snores again, and it startles and jumps, falling on top of Eris.
Does it fall off? Just like look at him and like stand still for a second.
Yeah.
In case it
No, I don't want any. I don't want any of your grilled data.
But your watch list, other than that, is
Small
uneventful.
hands off me.
then I will revert.
Okay.
And I'll go down and I'll look at Zardri and I'll like I kind of like touch twice Zardri.
Eh?
Time for watch.
And she gets up. She crawls out of her bedroll.
There's a good perch up there where I was last night and this night, and also be kind of on your toes. Alvarez got an odd feeling in here.
Okay. And she's gonna go wake up Nizana as well.
And Rosanna would startle awake.
Time for watch.
You'd hear a kind of a, you can guess it's probably a relieved kind of sigh, and she will join for watch.
Go ahead and give me your perception check, please.
Oh no. Finally.
All
Good
right.
roll.
Nizana, you're kind of stuck in your own thoughts. Zodri.
I know what thoughts too.
Back the way that you'd come, you're kind of just watching, and several small lizards catch your attention, and you're watching as they kind of do their lizardy things. Off in the distance, you see kind of a silvery shimmer, though.
Zaji's going to point it out to Nizana and say, "Do you know what that is?" Draconic.
You would look to where she's pointing, see if she can't spot whatever it is.
Mere perception. Yeah, it takes you a moment to kind of see what she's pointing at, but you see the faint shimmer as well.
Just faint shimmer of silver, nothing else.
Yeah. As you're both kind of watching it, an elven woman appears and kind of beckons towards you.
An
Normal-
elven woman?
Mm-hmm.
A normal elf or
From what it's she's completely silver though. Long, flowing white hair.
She look like anything Nazana's ever heard of or maybe read about?
Give me religion. You've seen depictions of this in books that you've read in your youth. Some followers of Eyeless have depicted her as this.
Probably almost trance like Nazana would stand up and take a couple of steps forward.
Zodri's gonna reach out to stop her?
She's just taking slow, careful steps, just not taking her eyes off this woman.
Zodri, as you're kind of trying to grab a hold of Nazana and Nazana, you both see a warm, soft smile on her face.
Do I have to make any rolls or something against this?
No. Or are you trying to stop Nazana altogether?
Yeah.
Okay, I need a contested athletics, right, or acrobatics from both of you.
And she's gonna
Unless Nazana, you're resisting or not resisting.
No, she's kind of entranced. There's probably a good chance her mother taught her about this particular person, if that's what it represents. So.
Oh, Zodri has no idea what this is.
Yeah.
She just doesn't trust it.
Okay.
So, and I'm not gonna beat that, and I'm gonna try calling out for Alvarez. Just Alvarez, help!
Yeah, I'm guessing she would have broken away from Zodri and is approaching this.
Yeah.
This figure.
Do I wake up hearing that?
Give me. She's yelling, so yeah, it would be. Give me a perception. Yeah, you would hear it.
I get up, and do I see this woman?
No, you do not. Zodri and Nazana, you both still see her. Nazana, as you get closer, she stops and kind of nods to you and then looks back at Zodri. And almost kind of rolls her eyes a little bit and sighs, and she starts to turn form into a silver dragon.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna walk over to Nazana.
Nazana's
Because
kind
I don't know what this is.
staring at it at her wide-eyed now, seeing the transformation.
I need a hot second because my mom was asking me something.
Sure.
Yeah, just walking Nazana.
DM, she's focused. She's probably not paying attention to anything going on around her.
Okay.
I'll probably grab her by the shoulder and just shake her a little bit if she's not responding.
At a touch, she probably would, and her eyes would snap to you, startled that you're there suddenly.
He looks
And then-
kind of like he hasn't slept a lot. It looks like kind of a bit of shit. So, Nazana, what is it?
She's kind of got a wide-eyed look as she looks back to this now dragon.
Yeah. It's not a large dragon. It is not to where it's pushing you. Zodri, you see the dragon kind of wrap one of its wings around Izana in almost a carrying way.
Reach out to try to touch her. She's
Uh,
curious.
Zodri's just gonna latch onto her leg or something.
And I just see her like reaching out for like just air.
Yeah.
So what is that to grab onto her?
Athletics or acrobatics.
Well, if you're grabbing onto my legs, I'm already up next to her.
Yeah,
so
so
touch her.
it's easy enough to grab her. Which brings you close enough to the dragon, and it cranes its neck down toward you, sniffs you, and wraps its other wing around you, Zodri.
Because Zodri's a bit torn because it's Nizana, but it's also a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna ask the figure, who are you?
It kind of cranes its neck around to where it's looking at you. I am eyeless.
I've heard that name before.
Mm. And she kind of looks between the two of you. So, if you've heard the name before, then you know, well, I'm not of this realm.
A slow nod.
But you two have caught my eye. And you have much work to do.
Looks down at Zodri and back up at her. What kind of work?
And she looks at you first. Many years, you will play a part in something larger.
Kind of cocks her head to the side. I don't understand.
You will. When the time comes, you will.
Kind of looks confused.
All will be clear, child. But know that I will be watching. And I will guide you eventually. Just be ready for that day. And as for you, my little one, and she kind of noses Audrey. You come from a mighty clan at one point. Those that left have followed my sister. And it will be their doom. So, young shaman, take this knowledge with you. Those that follow you now, lead them to the path of the light. And stay away from Emil, for she will only lead you to the burning fires of hatred and cruelty. For the Mad Queen has no love for the children of her own ilk.
Zodri's just speechless.
And where you'd been kind of carving, you put the carving back in your pocket. She kind of noses the carving, and it kind of floats out of your pocket. And where you'd carve roughly, it turns smooth and perfect in the shape of the same figure that you see before you, but much smaller. Use this as a reminder. I will be watching. Now, return to your friends and know that you are well guarded this evening. And she dissipates, fades away.
Zana just stands there, kind of stunned.
Zodri's just clinging to her leg like a kitten.
I'm just still just staring at them, just hearing them just talk out loud, I'm just like really freaking confused right now.
After a minute or two, she probably kind of snap out of it and go to move
He-
and realize Zandri's attached to her leg.
Yeah, that Alvarez is gripping your shoulder as well. It's just
Did Alvarez not see the
No,
figurine?
he did not.
no, I did not. I just heard.
Not even the figurine. It all happened, and it was quietly put back in your pocket.
I only heard Nizana just talk out loud. That was it.
Nizana kind of looks at Alvarez, kind of confused look on her face. What do you think she meant by that?
Who are you talking about, Nizana?
Hey, Silver
looks-
Dragon.
Back to the where she was at. You didn't. How did you not see her?
Are you checking your pocket?
She's still kind of just stunned.
It was.
Zan, I did not tell me, please.
touched
I
me.
put both my hands on her. Please, both of you, tell me everything.
It was
What's your strength?
Iris.
Does that name ring a bell to Alvarez?
Religion, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I know about it too, because I have no idea who this is.
Yeah.
In character or out of character right now.
Let's smileless.
Where's
Yeah.
my religion?
Zodri's never heard of her. Actually, Zodri, I want you to do it at an advantage because it's kobolds do worship dragons. Really? Come on.
7.
Um,
I could use the inspiration you gave me for almost killing you.
If you would like, yeah.
How much is the inspiration, DM?
1d6.
I will roll that.
Really? Yeah, no, eyeless, smileless.
You sons of.
hey, I know who she is. Don't give me that dark.
I know. I know.
This is the one guy that's not in the Friday game.
All right.
The dice have not been kind tonight.
No, they have not.
With
You
my check, I will and she'll probably in the state that she's in, will probably have reverted to Draconic. And DM with that religion check, what all would I know about Eyeless?
You've read some of the history that Eyeless was one of the dragons that came from one of the moons during the Wars of the Primordials, well over 10,000 years ago, and fought alongside the good Primordials, along with Baishula. From her blood during the battle sprang, her and Baishula's blood sprang the good metallic dragons and their dragonborn kin.
And that's what she will tell you about her.
You've had a divine intervention.
Zodri, that figurine, which normally when you were carving it had that wood appearance, this has a silver sheen to it. So I would like you to add into your inventory Idol of Eyeless.
And how's that spelled?
Illis.
And she'll also,
I-L-I-S, you said?
Illis. Yep.
she'll also tell Alvarez. She said that
You got it.
she would be watching us as she looks down to Zodri. That we've caught her interest.
Yeah, Alvarez, you notice that as when Nizana mentions that feeling almost recoils from the area that you had earlier.
Yes, he's just kind of like flinches a little bit and just kind of looks around.
Yeah, before that it recoils though, there's a feeling of hatred and anger.
She said, my kin follow her sister.
It looks just really just like how like he's looking around like he just saw something.
What's the matter?
I don't know.
She also said that we were well guarded tonight.
Azana, you know more about this. What does this mean? Does this have a connection with with your scales, or did she mention anything else, like your purpose, or?
She looks down at her hand. She didn't say much, just that she would be watching us and that at some point in the future I'd have a part to play. And I would know when that time came. As to this, is she kind of just waves her hand, gesturing out with it. Nothing was said.
It sounds like you've been chosen then for a mission. Something divine.
She kind of looks at you uneasy and says, I don't know. There's plenty of other people that are probably better suited to it than I am.
I'm pretty sure everyone that was chosen probably said that the same thing.
Dodger,
You've both been chosen, it seems, to this.
But what is this? As she just kind of gestures.
I wish I could tell you.
She holds up her hands. I don't even know what this is.
I think this may have a connection as well with maybe what your father was trying to do.
she said, the big dragon said that she said I should lead my kin to the light. Those that would follow. Because Mamil, I'm not even doing her voice anymore. Because Mamil doesn't look upon us favorably.
I don't think there's any that Mamil looks on favorably.
For some future reading there.
Okay. So, what are you two going to do with this information then? Are you going to follow this through, or?
Well, there's not really a lot of information. It's just something at some point, but not what that point is or when it's going to happen, or even the steps to take in which to make it happen. Unless that was not even real, as she kind of looks over back to where she saw her at.
I don't know if that was real or if this Callan is playing with our minds right now, but I think this should not be taken lightly, and I don't it'd be quite a weird coincidence if both you saw the exact same thing. If the choice came down to it, Nazana, would you listen to her, though?
Still staring at that spot, she says, "It's not like I have anything left to lose."
Your entire life, your future. You can't just throw it away like that. You may think you have nothing, Nazana. People can start from scratch.
She looks at you and says, she just kind of shakes her head. Most people can start from scratch. But when you look like I do, she just shakes her head.
Don't say that.
It's not just saying something, it's from having lived it.
Don't you think you perfect just as you are?
Your scales do not make you who you are, Nazana. How you act is.
She holds out her left arm, and from the inside, right about here on her, down to right where her scales start, where it stops abruptly, is a long, jagged scar.
Nazana, when you show it, hold out your arm, give me a perception check.
No, she's not going to see it.
Okay, good enough. Good enough, actually. You do notice that something is off about your skills.
She stops with what she was about to say and brings her hand closer to her.
Where your scales were a more vibrant blue, there is almost a silvery tracery around the scales.
She just kind of stares at that wide-eyed and actually starts to kind of back away from Alvarez and Zodri.
His hand kind of like reaches out to her, like saying it's okay, and so just kind of move back.
She stopped with what she was about to say and looked at her left arm and then slowly kind of pulled it close and started to back away. As she seems very freaked out.
Does it look different from what I've seen of her?
You can give me a perception as well. No, there's not, daughter. Yeah, you notice a slight sheen to her scales.
And she's looking at her other arm and hand to see if it's the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Your scales, there's a different sheen. They look brighter than they were.
Her breathing has picked up as she's staring down at her arms wide-eyed and look of panic.
I'm just gonna slowly just get up to her and just put a hand on her shoulder. Nazana, breathe. Take a deep breath.
Okay. So do you guys return to the campsite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I will, yeah. With
As the three of you return, you notice something slightly different about the campsite. Where it was just kind of a rock outcropping within a circle, there almost is a shimmer to it in the shape of a dome.
Huh.
Yet Nazana doesn't notice she is in her own little world right now. She is mentally freaking out.
Along with Scotland, like looking at the kind of shimmer, like her and how they described. Have I ever heard of a god before, like dropping down a little protective circle towards their followers or their chosens? Is that the I've ever heard of?
It's those that they deem interest. Sometimes they perform acts for.
As I'm just going to.
You've read stories of some of it's just legend, and you kind of take it as you wish. That some gods, in the midst of battle, will sometimes uh, touch their favored, granting them mighty strength, or uh, just performing what would appear to be small miracles.
As I score the two back as I kind of just let out a big heavy like sigh. I think we're all tired. We should get some rest. Collect ourselves.
As you get closer to the domed area, you get the three of you get a sense of peace, and you climb in, and the rest of your night goes uneventful. You guys feel more rested. The five of you feel more rested than you've ever been since you started this journey.
Yeah, perfect.
All right.
It looks like you've seen a ghost.
Oh, Nazana is at the point when everybody else wakes up. She is wrapped as tight in her cloak as she possibly can be. She is still mentally freaking out.
I was just like
Seen a
keeping
ghost.
like 5 feet like close to her as he's just like
Yeah,
keeping
she's
an eye.
actually
Like,
doing the whole kind of rocking back and forth thing too. This is not what she needed in her
Ghosts,
mind.
fantastic.
Right. Yeah. As you gather your things and proceed down, Varys, go ahead and give me your rolls, sir. Unless you guys are planning on doing anything else.
All right.